podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling. 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 Every day I'm.
Canelo, are you ready? ¿Está preparado? I was born ready.
Considered by many to be, pound for pound, the best fighter in the world today. 4-division, 5-time world champion.
Oh, look at this guy.
He is now boxing's first ever undisputed super middleweight champion of the world.
Damas y caballeros de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico.
¡Viva México, cabrones! You know my level, and you will see, because I'm gonna fuck out everybody.
You know, I mean, I would love to fight Canelo. I would love to show the world that I'm the best.
I want to get Canelo out here to Houston.
Oh, Canelo, where your cojones at? Let's get it.
Payday, payday, you want payday. I know that. Then you fight with nobody.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Listos, pelos, chingazos.
He smacked the shit out of Canelo in
Get
person.
the fuck out of here, man. Please. I wanna knock out this guy. Mira, en este momento puedo hacer lo que yo quiera, ¿no?
Saul Canelo Alvarez.
SDS Promotions.
That's funny. You think that's funny?
A little bit.
Canelo, are you ready?
¿Está preparado? I was born ready.
What up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. We have a very juicy topic. Obviously, this was something that we were somehow talking about this morning when we should have been talking about Edgar Berlanga and the entire hardcore card that's happening this weekend. But the Canelo Alvarez news and topic is just that big of a deal. And since this morning's show, some news has broken. According to that news, it seems that Haymon has a $35 million guarantee for Canelo Alvarez if he decides to fight Jaime Munguia. But if he, quote-unquote, insists on fighting Jamal Charlo, that guarantee won't be there. I don't believe that he wants to fight Charlo. I just do not believe that. These reports are coming from ESPN Mexico, and I believe it is Chava again from, Salvador Rodriguez, who started this news. I just question where he is getting his information, saying that Canelo is insisting on Charlo. This is the first that we've heard of that. And again, I'm going to stick to my guns. I do not believe that Canelo is crazy enough to go back to the Jamal Charlo well, knowing he looks exactly identical to his brother Jermell Charlo, who no one thought did a good job. So by bringing in an identical twin, all you're doing is setting up the necessary steps for a disaster, financial disaster. And I think that Haymon knows that. And that's why he's saying, look, if you're not going to fight Jaime, I ain't got $35 million for you. Now, I just do not believe it is Canelo that wants Charlo. I believe since now Rick Glazier has been proven yet again correct, I believe it's more about what Rick was saying, there's no money for a guarantee. And because there's no money for a guarantee, they're putting this, social media pressure on Canelo. I don't think even PBC wants to take chances anymore. They felt lucky to have done the 650,000 pay-per-view buys that Jermell and Canelo have done. I don't think they're insane enough to go back to the same Charlo well. So this could be a little bit of pressure on the Al Haymon side to help Canelo make his decision. And this isn't bad news, to be honest, man. After the Jaime Munguia fight with Ryder, a lot of us, we wanted this fight. A lot of us thought, okay, it might be a fun fight with Jaime. And Jaime's name has been popping up more and more as a potential opponent for Canelo. And, now he's at the forefront because he was able to do something that the Mexican Monster wasn't able to do, which is obviously knock out a common Canelo opponent. Now, the Mexican Monster, he did face a common opponent in Caleb Plant, but he wasn't able to stop him the way that Canelo did to at least match Canelo's swag, whereas Jaime did what Canelo couldn't do and surpassed the swag of Canelo. So Mexicans might be, kind of feeling that. But we got Rider of the Storm with the $5 super chat. He says, salute, Ness. I enjoy this fight better than Bud or Charlo. Way tougher fight than Mr. Drunk Charlo and Little Man Bud. Don't like it. Eat a pito. Okay. Look, I don't mind this fight. Not the Jaime fight, I don't mind it. The only fight I don't like is the Charlo fight. You guys know that. I'm not with the Charlo fight. But don't forget that our live chat is members only until we get to that 500 thumbs up. So go ahead and hit that thumbs up as soon as possible so we can open this up to everybody right now. Shout out to all our members that support the show. And because of you, we're doing 2 shows a day. So the chat is open for you. Appreciate your ongoing support. Phone lines are also open if you want to call in and voice your opinion on today's topic. We're going to be screen sharing here some of the evidence from today's show. And looks like I got to do something here. All right, give me a sec. All right, so this should be it here. And all right. As you can see, it says Al Haymon's PBC are reportedly ready to pay Canelo Alvarez his guarantee purse, said to be around $35 million for a fight with Jaime Munguia on May 4th, but not if he insists on Jermall Charlo. It's claimed PBC believed the fight with Jaime Munguia would sell better. I think everybody knows it would sell better, and that's the point why I never believed it would be Charlo. Maybe Canelo just trying to get more money possibly for this potential fight. Hard really to know. But regardless, if it was Canelo wanting Charlo, I'm glad that Al Haymon put that foot down and let him know, look, we're not interested in Charlo. Not right now. Not at the moment. But if you want to make this money with us, you can. Obviously, by facing Munguia. Now, remember, there will be upside with Munguia. Pay-per-view upside, ticket sale upside, because Munguia will bring a bigger crowd. So financially, this fight is a better fight for everybody. But phone lines are open if you want to call in. You know how to call in. Discord is available. Twitter Spaces also available for those that want to call in and voice their opinion on today's show. We're going out to Adrian, the Inevitable.
Ness, what's up, my brother? You good?
Can't complain on yourself?
I'm great, man. Thank you so much for letting me on the show. It's inevitable. It's D Block, D Town, D City, D Ville, Baltimore. Thanks. I love it. I know I said Munguia fight was gonna be the swan song for Mr. Canelo's Cinnamon. I know that was gonna be the last fight. He was gonna go out with his horse and roll out to the sunset. But let me tell you something. Like I said before, we need this fight. We want this fight. Mexican American, Mexicans, we can all enjoy this fight. Because as a true Mexican warrior as we are, we want this fight. We want it to be a Barrera versus Morales type of fight. We want it to be Marquez versus Barrera type of fight. And we know that the Mexican young stud is Munguia, not Benavides. The Ecuadorian guacamole Arizona son, they don't know where he's from. He done laid an egg. He couldn't even knock out Plant. And he's supposed to be the monster. Now, I don't know what kind of weed Mike Tyson was smoking at that time to make up the name. But I'm telling you right now, I'm smoking some good-ass green. And I'm telling you right now, the money is there. Munguia is there. You got Oscar de la Hoya, The Zone. They want that bread. They want pay-per-view events. And Al Haymon has folded to a point where he's even going to the Munguia fight. What you got to say with that?
Nah, man. I'm more shocked that Al Haymon allegedly is willing to work with Munguia and sees that there's more money in a Munguia cross promotion fight than an in-house fight.
That's craziness. That his own fighter that has stood with him to his side, Charlo, the 160 champ. We already know he got alcoholic problems right now. We know he got his own issues. And we know that the fight nobody really wants. At the end of the day, it's like this. When you know even Al Haymon doesn't even want to pay his own fighter that's with him, that has stood with him, that said the zone this, the zone that. And Al Haymon is willing to go to the zone or have the zone contribute to the fight. That's telling you PBC something. We got issues here. And people don't want to hear it because they got Amazon, Ness, because they think that they're good. The PBC is great. But I'm telling you right here, Ness, and I'm telling you, do you remember when the Titanic was about to break and they were playing the violin? You remember they were playing the violin?
Yep.
Oh, okay, we at that cusp. They're playing the swan song. It's over. Al Haymon has to move his check. He's in the checkerboard, man. He's trying to make some moves. So Canelo Alvarez, let's make the fight. Let's do it for the raza. And I'm going to tell you like this, Ness, like we say right here in the hood. Dallas, Texas all day. Viva Mexico, motherfuckers. D Block, D Town, D City, D Ville. Baltimore, stand the fuck up.
Well, all right. Well, we can't go from Adrian and D Block talking about Baltimore without going to a Baltimore caller. Fats, Baltimore, stand up. You heard him.
Yeah. He ain't from here. He a fucking lie. He always say that he ain't from here. I don't know where that dude's from.
Oh no, he not from there. I thought the same thing. He explained it to me when he says, Baltimore stand up. He want to try to stand up against Tank because he ain't fighting real competition.
Nah, he really a fan of the city. That's what it is. You know what I mean? I told him all he gotta do is come down to the city, man. We'll get him a whole Under Armour sweatsuit together. We'll give him some nice 990s, you know what I mean? The V5s, you know what I mean? Preferably the all gray ones, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna have him front row with his tank pom-poms on, because he really a fan. But to speak on the topic, your boy strikes again. Your boy, I read from Michael Benson. He's insisting on fighting Jamal Charlo. Like, I mean, this is your boy. It's anybody but David. Why he so scared of David, yo?
You know you don't believe that shit.
What you mean? I do believe it. I've been saying it. I've been consistent all this time. I ain't ready. Why would I switch up now? He is scared of David. I'm pretty sure if it was life or death situation, if they was on the street and they get into a fight, I know he'll fight him.
But Champ, why you think David not being mentioned here? Why is Al saying he willing to pay 35% for Jaime but not for David? Like, why is that today's quote? Don't you find that weird?
Because your boy don't want to fight David.
Okay, and that's cool. Ain't that what they saying right now? That he don't want to fight Jaime, that he want to fight Jamal? So why won't they also say he don't want to fight David?
I don't know about
Yeah,
Munguia.
no.
I never heard him.
I'm just trying to open your eyes. That's all.
Nah, you ain't opening my eyes.
I'm showing you this shit fake. I'm showing you this shit fake. Like, if you can't see that,
you wanna believe it, Ness. I get it. You wanna believe it.
All right.
You wanna believe it. You hoping.
So let me ask you: do you believe Al would be willing to pay the $35 million guarantee if Canelo wanted to fight David?
Yeah, I think so.
So why they not saying that then? Why they not saying Al Haymon willing to pay $35 million for Munguia and David, but Canelo only want to fight Charlo? Why they not saying that?
Let me tell you why. Because why would he do that? Why would he do it? He never put it out that Earl really wanted to fight Crawford. Earl had to come out and say that. You get what I'm saying? Earl had to come out and tell everybody.
They coming out and saying it now. They saying literally right now. The quote is he only want to pay for Munguia. If Canelo insists on Charlo, they ain't got the guarantee for that. So why not say I'm only willing to pay for Munguia and Benavidez?
Because your boy not mentioning Benavidez. That's the thing, Scoot. That's the thing. I keep telling you that. How he gonna put something there? How you gonna put something down there when he not even mentioning Benavidez as an option?
But again, listen. If I'm a realtor and you tell me you looking for a beachfront property, and I got $1 million listing, but it's a lakefront, it's on me to present it to you. Like, it's all good. I can't make y'all believe what I believe, but it's fishy to me. I'm not falling for the bullshit.
That's because you hoping and wishing, but instead of just seeing it for what it is, bro. Like, when has he ever show interest in fighting David? That's the thing. Like, he never show interest in even fighting him. Like,
okay,
that's
but
why
we saying two different things, Fats. How many times was the fight officially offered to Canelo that we got reports like, yo, they offered you 50, they offered you 55. You know what I'm saying? They offered you 70 or 60 million for David.
Because they know he don't want to fight David. He don't even mention David's name. So we just gonna stop.
So we as a business, we just gonna stop saying it.
You gotta look at it like this. You gotta look at it like this too. See, no, because you got your Canelo glasses on right now. You got your Canelo glasses on. You gotta put your real glasses on. Think about this. If they trying to land Canelo, they trying to sign him over there, right? Why would they mention somebody who they know damn well he don't want to fight? That's like Al Haymon telling Tank, look, man, we know you don't want to fight Devin Haney. We know you don't want to fight him. But the money, we feel like this would be a big money fight. They not gonna do that, man, because they don't want to disgruntle their superstar. They not gonna do that. That man ain't saying David's name. They're telling him, look, man, you keep on talking about Jamal Charlo. I'm not paying you this 35 whatever for to fight him. I'm gonna lose my money. No, you either fight Munguia or you know who you gotta fight. We don't even gotta say his name.
We don't gotta say his name. You funny. You funny. No, you know it don't make sense. You know it don't make sense. You know it.
And let me tell you, listen. And before I get out, listen, hold on. Before I get out the phone, this is why I never bought an Earl Spence pay-per-view, not because I didn't like the guy or I always thought he had a vanilla style, not because of that. I just never really found him entertaining to watch his fights, to buy his fights. But I'm buying this next pay-per-view because we gotta support dudes like this, man. Dudes who go against the grain. Al Haymon and them ain't want you to fight Bud, man. That dude said, no, I'm not. Fuck Keith Thurman. It's Bud or nothing, man. Don't come at me with nothing else. I don't want to hear this shit. Don't come at me with nothing else. It's Bud or nothing. And yeah, he lost. He lost. He got dominated. But bruh, you gotta respect dudes like that, yo. He put his money where his mouth is. This shit Canelo doing, Tank doing, and other fighters soon to come. They're not gonna be the last ones. But that shit, you gotta call people out on that shit, man. That's just some sucker shit. Like, don't nobody got time to be jumping through
hula hoops. This fake news. I'd rather call out this fake news.
Oh, now you calling it fake. I'm out of here, Ness. You crazy, man.
I'm calling this shit fake news.
You crazy.
I'm calling it what it is. I mean, last I checked, the biggest fight in boxing is David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. But somehow, David's name is not on this tweet. Somehow, Al only got $35 million for a cross-promotion fight that he going to have to split 50% of the proceeds with, or at least 60-40, 70-30, 65-45, whatever they come up with. Like, y'all not thinking, and it's okay. Y'all not supposed to think. Y'all just supposed to want to watch the fight and root for your guy. But something is fishy. Where's the David Benavidez fans, the real David Benavidez fans? Because why is Al Haymon, who advises David Benavidez, why is he making all this free publicity for Jaime Munguia? Why is Jaime Munguia's name getting the clout that there's $35 million in the bank if you want to fight Jaime? But there ain't no money if you want to fight Benavidez? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Jaime Nieto, $5. I'd be cool with Canelo, Jaime for May. People will hate no matter who Canelo fights. You know it, man. 2-pounder from the UK. Barboza box tweet. Tank Martin, May 26. Benavidez, June. Who the fuck is Barboza box tweet? But Tank Martin, May 26. Just remember, I said, Danny tried to play me and said my sources be wrong. I said, so far my sources was right. I was right on Matisse. I was right on Matias signing. I also said Tank fighting end of May, early June. Here goes another dude. One day after I said that, now he talking about Tank Martin, May 26. What does that stand for? End of May, early June. I'm just saying. Don't forget that when I say shit, don't forget it. You know what I'm saying? Because I be getting hated on. I don't even be answering motherfuckers on Twitter because that's what they are. They toxic. They just want you to debate shit. Like, I ain't with all that. I'll tell you what I tell you. You don't want to believe it. Oh, fucking well. We got Damian Clark, $3 from Cash App. He says, so you think Al didn't offer David? Come on now. And that's my point. But where's that? Why not shame Canelo and say, Al Haymon has $55 million guaranteed for Canelo if he wants David, and $35 million for Jaime Munguia, and he has $0 if he wants to fight Charlo. Won't that hit harder? Won't that hit harder? Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. But the thing is, that shit's a lie. You feel me? That shit's a lie. William, $1 Cash App. Why Al Haymon didn't offer David? It's money. It's money. PBC issues. I don't know why he didn't offer David, but it sounds bogus to me. What do we got next? What do we got next? If you want to call in, you want to voice your opinion, tell me what you think about this topic. Discord available. Twitter Spaces available. Looks like we're going to Drew.
Yo, you hear me?
Yes, sir, Drew.
Oh, I love it, Ness. Everybody got to eat crow. Rick Glazer was right. He said either Canelo's going to announce he's leaving or just going to say something and the money's the issue. Some of my sources saying that the bout agreement Canelo signed when he signed that 3-fight deal had Charlo involved in it. So he still wants Charlo. And that's an easy $35 million. I get it. Do I like it? Hell no, I don't want that fight. I won't pay for that fight. But I think people don't want to admit that Rick Glazer's right. And other birdies are telling me that Zanfer is dealing directly with Reynoso, and that fight's going to get made. Munguia. So it's a lot of shit going on. There's all those rumors about his deadline for the escrow, Canelo leaving. We got to go back to that Reynoso interview. He said a lot in that interview where he said everything's changed on the new platform. There's a lot of people involved. Like, what's going on? Like, nah. So I wouldn't be surprised if he jumped ship, Ness. Go back to the zone. Because why would PBC?
But what they gonna offer him over there?
The Munguia fight with one less hand in the cookie jar, right?
Yep, that is true. But that's one fight.
And then the Saudi fight. What if he wants the Saudi fight too? Reynoso did say the Saudi. It's just everything's looking weird, Ness. So it's like nothing's solidified, and that just proves that Glazer was right, bro. There's a lot of things going on, legalese. But you're right to call the part out where, like, if they really wanted to do a PR shaming of Canelo, like, look, we offered him more money up front for David. He didn't want it. So, okay, we said Jaime. He don't want it. So that I call cap on that because I'm like, if you want to win the PR battle, you say like, oh, we offered Canelo $45 million up front for David plus upside. So don't you find it funny that they're not even mentioning David? Unless Samson is telling the truth then, right? That David's not. Then Samson's telling the truth that David's not an option for Canelo all 2024.
Again, why?
Like he said.
Why wouldn't he be? If they're talking finances, like the tweet, the information literally says, it's claimed PBC believe fight versus Munguia would sell better. So you telling me PBC don't believe that the fight versus Benavidez would sell better too? Like, I just don't believe this shit. I'm just,
I don't believe none of it. I gotta wait. We gotta wait and see. But you know, the people are gonna be mad that Glazer was telling the truth. His sources are accurate on this, because now all of a sudden, when Canelo said no Mexicans, now Munguia is really in play. And someone told me, I'll DM you later. One of the reporters DM'd me off the record. I'm not gonna give it up who it was, but he said like the Kubis and Tom Brown are really the ones running things, and that there's rumors about Al Haymon are too. So we don't know what's going on in this. I know you heard all those rumors too, but it's a lot of misinformation, fake news. Because how are they not going to offer? So a lot of people are lying. Nobody's on the same page, so nobody can keep up with one line for everybody to believe.
That is the bell, Drew. I know you got two. You want to run it or you keeping one in the tuck?
No, they'll keep those other two later in the chamber.
All
right.
Tip Bellis.
Yo.
I said that. Where the ace at?
What up?
Where the ace at?
What's the word? Yeah, so, damn, they saying they only got $35 million guaranteed for Jaime, but they ain't got it for Charlo. Yeah, I could believe it. You know what I'm saying? They moving to Amazon Prime. I think they're worried about recouping. I mean, you gotta think about it. I mean,
you say
him winning against Charlo. Recouping. I mean, you gotta think about what fights are going to sell right now. I mean, the biggest fight they sell right now will be either Jaime. Hold on. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I think they're worried about recouping. You know what I'm saying? The biggest fight they can make right now is either Jaime or David.
So why David name ain't on
you know
there,
what I'm saying?
champ? Why David name ain't on there,
I would
man?
think you will. I mean, why not keep David for later on?
So we ain't got no so basically we telling the boxing world the fight y'all want, Al Haymon don't even got a guarantee for it just yet. Sit tight, because I mean, help me interpret what you just said. Like, is that what you mean? Are you trying to tell us Al don't got no guarantee for David?
What I'm saying is they have the guarantee. They're just not going to guarantee it for Charlo because they're not going to recoup. They could recoup behind him. They're not going to recoup with Charlo. The Charlo fight doesn't sell. It won't sell as much as Jaime.
Champ.
Yo.
Nobody cares about Charlo. Why aren't they not telling the world? But why they not telling the world we got a guarantee for David, the fight y'all want, and a guarantee for Munguia, the other fight y'all want? Why are we telling the world we only got a guarantee for the non-speaking Mexican and not for the American and not for the Mexican monster? Like, I don't believe the news. So you believe this? That's what you're saying. You believe
because you know the formula, man. You know the formula, man. Make the people wait.
So
you know what I'm saying?
So you believe this? That's what you're saying.
You know, the more we don't get the David versus Canelo fight, the more we're going to demand. You know what I'm saying? That's how they're working this right now. They know we want that fight, so they're gonna make demand of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
fake news to me.
I mean, they could be serving Charlo up to David. If you know what I'm saying, they could serve Charlo up to David. But then again, I think David in camp, ain't David in some type of camp right now?
Nah, he in Miami though. He training, but like
Uh,
he don't look like he training. He celebrity training. That
but I
was
think
the
I think
bell though, champ. That was the bell. I'm shocked, man. I'm shocked, man. This is a David Benavidez fan. I know you don't believe this news, bro.
Fuck you mean I don't believe it? You the one in denial, Ness. It's pretty funny to see. You the one been telling us all week it's gonna be David. It's gonna be David. I know it. It's gonna be David. Now you in shock and you in denial. Samson told you to your face. You told him he was a liar. He said David is not an option for 2024. Follow me, Ness. Canelo told you I'm fighting an American. If David Benavidez was never an option, who is the American?
Hey, champ. Who do you believe? You believe Samson, or you believe Canelo that told you is between Charlo and David?
Bro, he told us it was between Charlo. But listen,
hold on. No, just hold on.
I'm not holding on.
Canelo tells you out his mouth is David and Charlo.
No. He said it's a no. He was asked the question. He was asked the question. He didn't say that. He didn't say it was Benavidez. He never said Benavidez's name.
Yes, he did.
He said yes. He was asked a question about somebody asking was it Benavidez or Charlo. He said yes. He never said David's name.
Bro,
don't do that.
They were very specific. You sound very immature trying to go down this weird lane that he didn't say his name.
You sound in denial. He didn't say his name. He just said yeah.
My brother, it was two people
and
talking. Look, we both can't talk.
God.
We both can't talk.
Let me talk, man, because you talk the whole show. You
can't lie. You know how I feel. You know how I feel about liars. I'm not going to let you lie. No, I'm not going to let you lie.
I don't lie.
I'm not gonna
I got a PhD on this topic.
We could both yell.
I got a PhD on this topic.
Sound bites. We could do that if that's what you want to do.
Oh my God! I know you see. You trying to block me out. You trying to cut off the road.
You trying to block me out. You trying to block me out so that people can hear your lie. That's not
my lie. I just asked you to walk with me. You didn't even want to walk with me. You cut me off when I
don't want to walk down any street that's a lie.
You're in denial. You're sad. You're in denial. I'm trying to wake you up. You're in denial.
I'm in denial, but you're the one using assumptions. I'm using
How am I assuming? I'm going by facts.
I gotta go.
How you gotta go?
Because there's a caller here that's for an interview I gotta do. But you're the one using assumption. You literally saying, oh, he didn't say this, he didn't say that, when, one, you ain't even Hispanic, so you can't translate shit. You out here using Google thinking you going to know what he's saying. Two, the man specifically asked him, is it between Charlo and David? Like, he didn't say, is it between a white guy and a black guy, a half American guy and a half Ecuador? No, he said the names, and Canelo answered that question directly. So that right there is where your call stopped, because you started lying right from there, saying he never said. Yes, the fuck he did. Stop lying. Don't lie. It's not good for your health. What's going on, Giovanni Cabrera? How are you, my friend?
What's going on, gentlemen? Doing good, man. Thanks for having me, brother.
Oh, man, thank you for obviously giving us the time. So we know that you're in a comeback fight now with Fighters First Management. They're going to have you coming back in Corpus Christi, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Now, I'm going to just tell you, I don't know, I probably did already, because I'm sure I made it my thing to get you on after your last fight to express that I thought you won that fight, man. I don't know if you went back and watched it. What did you grade it? Did you think it was tighter than you initially expected? And do you still feel you won the fight versus Isak Pitbull Cruz?
Oh yeah, man. I watched it a million times. I think it was a very close fight, but I think I did enough. I think I outboxed them. I think in the later rounds I pushed them back and I knocked them down, and they didn't count that knockdown. I believe in the early rounds he repeatedly tried headbutting me, and in that round where they took a point away from him, they scored it even. So I thought it was just had they scored the fight fairly, I think I win easily on the scorecards. But it was a very tough fight. I mean, the guy, he's a little powerful little bastard for sure. But But yeah, but no, I absolutely feel I won the fight. I feel like I was the more skilled fighter. I think, at the end of the fight, if you ask, if you can see in the ring who still wanted to be there, who wanted to get out, it was definitely Pitbull Cruz.
Now, that was a very tight fight, not only to the fans, but the judges. The scorecards, universally, all three were significantly tight. But you're not signed to Top Rank, and he's not signed to Top Rank, and he's with PBC, and it's just a difficult rematch to make. Do you have to mentally just put him, to the back burner and hope that it happens and move forward and forget about it? Or do you secretly believe you could get that rematch?
Well, I want the rematch. He's probably still having nightmares about it, about the whole fight, man. So, I mean, I really don't think there's no way in hell he'd ever fight me again. I mean, he knows that he walked away with a nice gift, and he's continuing this trajectory to, fight Rolly Romero, which, by the way, he's fighting Rolly Romero. That's got to be the lowest IQ boxing fight in history, man.
You're terrible. Listen, so how easy is it for you to make that 135-pound limit?
It costs work, but I can do it. It's all about discipline, and when I get all my energies in the right direction, man, it's all about the will. If you have the will to do it and you're optimum, then do it, and I can still do it.
I'm sure you watch Renee Tellez fight. Obviously, that win is aging very well for you. What did you think of his past performance with George Acosta?
Really good performance. I mean, he showed that timing is everything. We faced each other in a very peculiar moment, and it was a surprise for you. Have to prepare for a fighter like me. You can't. My style is completely unique. It's very difficult to read, hard to handle, a lot of movement, a lot of awkward angles. So it's no surprise to me, and that's why I accepted the fight immediately when they said I didn't. Had I known a little bit more about him, I probably would have. I don't know if I would have taken that fight. Had I finished watching the video that I was watching when they offered me, it was his fight versus Carlos Balderas. The next round that I didn't watch, he knocked him out cold. So all my respect to him, and he, after the fight, Hiron came up to me and he was like, you know what, man, he gave some really kind words. I'm not exactly sure how it went, but it was somewhere along the lines of, hey, man, not to be on any kind of bullshit, but hey, man, I didn't know what the fuck you were doing in there. Like, thank you. You showed me something different in boxing. And I was like, yo, like, respect, man, very cool. Yeah.
So I know that for Devin's last fight for Regis, he went the wild card and sparred you a few times. How was that work, and how does that help you if it does? Obviously, it was a couple months ago, so it's not going to help for this fight, but just in general.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna help me at all get that fight. No. Devin Haney's smart as hell. He's got great timing. He's got a good right hand. But the more that you get to know a fighter, there's very few times that a fighter in my position gets to fight the number one guys in their weight class. And for me, it was a real learning experience. I feel like the first few times he definitely was, just out edging me, little tricks of all of the talent that he has, and he's a very smart fighter. But, later on, I felt like I was really understanding his style and what he does in his little tricks. I'm a very adaptive, very receptive fighter, and I definitely think I could beat him, man. I definitely think I could beat him. So if he's got the balls to face El Cabron, let's go, man. But I do respect him. I think he's incredibly talented, and I would just love that fight. I think that, my volume is too high when I want to go forward. I think that I got a lot of problems to present him.
Now, obviously, you kind of gave your opinion on the Isaac Cruz and Rolly fight, but could you give an official prediction as to who you believe is going to win? Because you just kind of said it was low IQ.
I'm just bullshitting, man. I'm just talking shit, because they're definitely not the two sharpest tools in the shed I've ever seen. But no, physically they're pretty gifted. Rolly's tough as, he's a good boxer. He's tough as hell, But the only thing is, all respect to him, but it seems like he may be a little bit hurt from his last few fights. He's got his bell rung every time, and it showed. Obviously Gervonta, and I think he really might have been gifted his title. I think Isaac Cruz, a lot of people think he won the fight all over Mexico, and all the scorecards in Mexico on TV Box Azteca, they had me winning the fight on the tele. So, in Mexico, Mexican fans, they don't like the bullshit. They talk a lot of shit, and they rip anyone apart who they don't think, did their thing. And I think he's got a lot of shit to prove in this next fight. I think a combination of him being hungry to prove himself, for probably he knows he didn't win that fight, and unless he's just lying to himself. But if he really feels, if he knows the truth and he knows that I edged out the victory, he's gonna be hungry, man. And I think on that note, he's gonna beat Rolly. He's gonna hurt him.
Now, you haven't fought since that fight, which was on the Earl Spence and Bud undercard. You're going to be fighting Richard Quiroz. Maybe I'm saying that right? Quiroz?
That's right.
This isn't an Isaac Cruz. So how do you not slip up and not train to the full potential? Does that happen to you where you fight down to the level of opposition, or you can't get up for certain opponents just because, again, it's not an Isaac Cruz, it's not a Gabe Flores, it's not a Reneus Tellez?
Well, I got big plans for my future. I'm eyeing another big fight after this fight. Not to overlook my opponent at all, but it's just about becoming a true professional. Really taking your discipline to the next level, because more than, like, for me, you have to find different things that drive you. If it's not my opponent, it's definitely the business opportunities that are going to be presented to me during and after this fight, and that's motivation enough. We're prize fighters, so my eyes on the prize. I need that money.
For sure, man. Now you're saying you're eyeing bigger fights after this. I asked about the making weight. I know you noticed that Subriel Matias is out there. He's kind of the new boogeyman. You fought in as high as 38, obviously at 40 when you first started. What's your thoughts on the IBF champ at 140? And can you see a move to 140 for a title shot versus Matias? I mean, it's the classic Puerto Rico versus Mexico.
Yeah, I mean, Matias, he's a skilled fighter. I respect him, but to be fair, if I'm taking any risk, I want that money, and I want good risk. I want to. If I'm moving up to 140, I want to fight Pitbull Cruz, or I'll fight Rolly. Make more money, bigger names. So I would love to fight Gervonta. I think Rolly, he's a big physical dude. When he was keeping his distance against Gervonta, I think he was winning the fight. I think I'm a smarter boxer than him. I got quicker feet and a better jab. I think I could dance around Gervonta Davis. His feet are too wide. I think he's got the power to hurt anybody. He could hurt me. He could hurt anybody. But I'm definitely the smarter fighter, so I don't think I'll fall for those traps that some of the fighters that he's faced, they get lackadaisical, move forward, and then end up getting knocked out. I would have that in the front of my mind the entire time.
I have one of our listeners, Octo, that says, how is it training at Wild Card Boxing Gym?
Man, it's pretty badass, man. I mean, we get the hungriest fighters from all over the world. For me, I wake up, resting from a weekend. It's Monday. I'm coming in and do my thing, and I see some international fighters that flew in hungry, ready to prove themselves in the Freddie Roach. That's a regular Monday for me, so I'm getting used to that high energy, very hungry fighters coming into the gym, and me having to just, work and do my thing.
I got Rod from LA. What happened with the Matchroom deal? Were you supposed to be getting a Matchroom deal, possibly, potentially? Was there any rumors?
No comment.
Okay. We have your brother. What do you think of Keyshawn Davis fight versus El Cabron Cabrera?
Keyshawn, they had offered me that fight before the Pitbull. Top Rank had offered me that fight, and I immediately accepted. I said, sure, I'll fight the kid. He doesn't have enough experience for what I'm bringing yet. Everybody could talk all as loud as they want, but I'm here. Man. If they want to do something big, just make it worth the while. Don't be greedy, and just respect. That's all I'm about.
All right, we got Danteros. Danteros, what is your Mexican go-to meal after a fight? Dante Rios from Plant City, Florida.
Mm, Fuck. Let's see. Go to meal unas guacamayas, man. Guacamayas. They're these tortas from León, Guanajuato that you only get in León, Guanajuato. They're like a torta de chicharrón con salsa de árbol, man. Fire, man. Fucking if you like heat, that's what to get.
Yo, I love that your Spanish accent came out. You always sound so American, but the
Yeah.
definitely you can hear it there in a few of those words you chose to say. But those are all the questions, Giovanni. Man, thank you so much. First, I do want to give credit to your management company because they're the one putting this show on together. This is Desi Martinez's first time promoting as well. So you guys are getting yourself back out there, getting active. Salute to Fighter First Management for definitely keeping you active. But yeah, man, please give out your social media and let everybody know how to watch this fight and where they can buy tickets for this fight.
So follow Desi Martinez Promotions. Follow me on Instagram at Gio Cabrera Boxing, and there will be a link there for tickets, which are on sale now. And yeah, man, we're eyeing big things. I'm looking for a spectacular performance. I learned a lot from the Pitbull fight, and I'm ready to start knocking dudes out, man. No more leaving things into the hands of the judges, man. It's not, if this is what the people want, then I must do it. I've got along as far as I could being a technical skilled boxer, and I'm still gonna always carry that with me. But I've been forced to take what I have to take. So expect an aggressive, explosive performance.
Champ, I do got one last question from James Valdez in San Antonio, Texas. You kind of just said these words. What did you learn the most from the fight with Pitbull Cruz?
I think I was surprised by his power, which was physically he was very strong, but for some reason his punches didn't have the same kind of pop, which I don't know how his physical strength didn't traduce into the pop. And I think I really studied the way that he kind of leans down and throw and turns his whole body with his head, and that little weight shifting maneuver allowed me to understand a lot of mechanics that I wasn't doing properly, sitting down on my own punches. And I've been able to kind of learn a lot of how to punch with really good leverage from that fight versus Isaac.
Well, again, thank you for coming on, Gio. We're going to be tuned into that fight. I'm actually going to be there, so look forward to watching you fight live, and best of luck.
My brother, thank you so much for having me.
All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Giovanni Cabrera, El Cabron. And we're going to go back to Mr. Delusional, Brandon in Houston, that wants to send me graphic imageries, but not audio. He's like, well, look at this graphic. What does that show? Bro, what do the audio show? What does the audio say? What does the video show and say? Forget a graphic that some publication put up. What came out of the fighter's mouth? Show me that, my friend. Show the world that. You doing little graphics, bro. Anybody can make a fucking graphic.
Well, Ness. I mean, I don't know, man. I guess you just not realize. I mean, like I said, you were the one that was gung ho about David and Canelo all week long. Not me. I knew it was never happening. You ran into Sampson in Florida. You told him to his face you don't believe him. Now you on here saying you don't believe the new information you find out today. I hate to see it. My good friend Ness, my friend of 3-4 years. He don't want to believe. He's in denial.
My brother, you saying I don't believe a promoter because I have every right not to believe Sampson because the one that makes the choices is Canelo, right? The offers
Yes,
are
and he told us
presented.
he was
The
fighting.
offers are presented to Canelo, and
Yeah.
he picks whether he does eeny, meeny, miny, mo, or give me the weakest link. He gets to choose from the offers. But
Okay, Ness. Now,
somehow, y'all want us to believe Benavidez is not an offer, even though the man that picks said he is.
bro,
You
he
see
said
how
he's
that?
fighting in
You see
America.
how that
Did he not
works?
say that?
No,
Okay.
the reporter. You see, this is what I'm saying. Your lack of knowing Spanish is having you argue a stance that you don't have any right to fucking stand on. You don't
What are you talking
understand.
about?
You don't
Oh my
understand
God.
Spanish. The
Okay, that's fine. Listen,
reporter's
that should have been
words.
translated, bro.
The reporter's words were, "Are
Yeah.
you in negotiations with Charlo and Benavidez?" He
Yes.
said that.
And today,
He
in a
doubled
tweet,
down.
and
He
then
doubled
today,
down. He said, "Yo,
and then today,
so wait.
what about today?
You're saying you're in negotiations with an American, so that means it's not Jaime, right?" He says, "Yeah, it's not Jaime." Which
And that turned out to be a lie.
how that turned out to be a lie? That's what I'm telling you.
Because
This is
obviously
a lie. But that's what I'm telling you. Why are you believing fucking reporters? The man did an interview, told you he's
Bro.
fucking negotiating. You know what? Cool, yo. Believe
We're
what
doing
you
this
want.
show.
I'm good. You believe what you want.
Okay, thank you. So let me just go, Ness. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, like I said, Samson told you that Benavidez is not an option for 2024. That was number one. Canelo then tells you that he is fighting an American on May 4th. Then today, in a tweet, we get new information, which this show is about, saying that, quote, unless he is insisting on fighting Jermell Charlo. Not Benavidez, but insisting on fighting Jermell Charlo, who is American, by the way. So from that information, I can conclude that the American he was referring to the whole time was Jermall Charlo. I don't know how it's difficult for you to understand that Benavidez was never an option, which, again, his manager told you to your face and to the world was never an option for 2024. Like, I don't get how this information all don't tie in together for you to realize that Benavidez was never going to get picked for May. I know you must be disappointed because you've been saying it to us on your show and on your platform all week. He's fighting David. It's got to be David. It's got to be David. No, it can't be Charlo. Come to find out today, the man is insisting on fighting Jermall Charlo. Not just that he wants, like,
Allegedly,
Benavidez ain't even an option.
allegedly, but you would say he is insisting, like you was a fly in the
That's
room.
what the tweet says. That's literally what the tweet says.
No.
Unless he was insisting on fighting.
It's so funny because if we go down this person's Twitter, we'll also see the exact opposite, won't we? How many things has he been reporting? Salvador Rodriguez. How many things has he been reporting? But you picking and choose.
I know what he did report.
Just like you picking and choose that Canelo said he's fighting an American, and you so conveniently told the audience Charlo's American, but you forget to mention that David's American.
David is an American, but he's obviously not an option.
No,
because obviously if he was,
not in your
you
scenario.
think that? So you
Not
think,
in your
so you think
scenario.
that Al
Not in your
Haymon? You think that Al Haymon would rather go? When has he ever preferred that cross the street fight over an in-house fight? When has that ever happened? When has he ever preferred that? Ness, you tell me that.
Which is hilarious. You answering your own question, yet you still believe the fake news. You saying it's fake news.
Oh my God.
You saying, yo, check him out. He's saying it's fake
Oh my
news.
God.
He's telling
You're in
y'all.
denial.
He's telling
It's
y'all
sad,
Al
man.
never does cross promotion. He's telling y'all Al never does cross promotion. But
Bro,
then he's telling
Benavidez is
you,
not even an option. That's why it's not. That's why.
but he's telling you Al don't do cross promotion, but he's telling you this tweet is real. You see what I'm saying? You can't make it up. You give them enough rope, they choke themselves.
Listen, Eddie Reynoso already told you he was fighting the Charlos. He said that a while ago. Nobody believed it. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
we believe you. We believe you.
You should believe me.
Just like we believe your last statement, your last sentence, man. We all.
Yeah, and you were the one telling us that Benavidez versus Canelo was happening next.
10-second
You said that.
10
You were the one telling us that all week. Yeah, you were telling us Canelo versus Benavidez next. You disappointed?
That's the bell. Unfortunately, he makes no sense. You see, you just give him enough rope and kick away the chair. So in one breath, he tells you, Al don't do cross promotion. But then before that statement, he wants you to believe the tweet that's telling you that Al He's telling you, believe the tweet that says that Al wants to do cross promotion, but check it out, y'all. Check it out. To the real hardcore fans, to the real boxing fans that really listen to this show, that really know boxing, he's saying that Al wants to not only co-promote with Golden Boy, but also with Fernando Beltran. We're going to do a 3-way split. Man, shut your dumb ass up. I believe it when I see it, and then I apologize. How about that? Till then, y'all some fucking dummies that believe any fucking thing. Yeah, right. So the man out his mouth says he negotiating with Benavidez. We just going to omit that. We're going to forget that they specifically said, so it's Benavidez and Charlo? And he says yes. We're going to forget that. It's cool, though. It's cool. All of a sudden, Al does business with everybody. He ain't even co-promote with Ryan. Don't forget that. Don't call in here on some dummy shit and get your call cut off halfway through it by saying he co-promoted with Ryan, because we all know he didn't. Don't be stupid. Big Gucci Nick. All of a sudden, Al want to do super fight. He told Crawford to his face, I ain't giving this fight to nobody, but he going to give Canelo, Munguia, to Oscar and Fernando Beltran. I swear, you can't make this shit up. Moose, let's go. All right, we got another guest. Y'all took long, see? Antonio. Uh-oh. You got no service, Antonio? All right. What's going on, champ?
Hey, how's it going, bro?
All good. Wow, man. Last time I talked to you, I feel like we were talking about you just getting back, right? And now it's like you're in a title eliminator in a tough fight. This kid's a tough guy. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, man. I said the guy has a good record, similar record to me, 17 wins, 1 loss. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a good fight, man. I welcome, the challenges. But like I said, man, I've been these last couple fights, man. I fought, within 2 former world champions already. So each fight, man, just preparing me, man, for bigger and better things. So I'm ready.
Nah, for sure, man. I was excited to see, obviously, the opponent and to see that you were taking a step up. This is going to be also on the zone, correct?
Yep, on the zone, yep.
And this will be on the Berlanga card, right? This Saturday. Wow.
Yeah, this Saturday on the Berlanga
Damn,
card.
how are you feeling weight-wise? You look great. It don't look like you, it's Wednesday. You don't look struggling yet.
No, man, I just eat healthy, man, and the weight cut, man, it's easy, man. I'm only a couple pounds, off, so I'm just cruising right now. All the hard work has been done. I've been eating right. I feel good, man. I'm in top shape. So all I got to do is, man, make the weight, and then the fun part is on Saturday, so I can't wait to fight.
For sure, for sure. Now, why do you think it's going to be fun? Is it something you know that we don't know about your opponent, or you're just excited to get out?
I'm just excited to get in there, man. Each and every fight, man, I go in there, man, I have fun. And when I'm in top shape, man, you go in there, man, any style that I've come across is just, just with the amateur background and seeing all these different styles, the adaptability, that's the main thing, because each style has a different timing. I know this guy's going to come to land big shots. So it's a different timing, man, but I'm ready for everything. Like I said, I done put in the work. The confidence is there, man, and I'm ready, man. And it's going to be on a bigger platform, so that's what, my home crowd as well, on the Zone app. It's going to be on TV, so I'm excited, man. I can't wait to give a good performance, man. And anytime you see me fight, man, it's never going to be a boring fight. So I'm excited.
So you're Mexican-American, right?
I'm half Mexican, half Puerto Rican.
Oh, okay, because your opponent's also Puerto Rican, so I thought it was the green print. I thought it was the Mexican rivalry versus the Puerto Rican, but you're definitely half. Have you done your research on him and who he's fought? Because he's got about 2 decent well, I would say one impressive win and one decent win. He knocked out Yafa, which was impressive. That's a former world champion. And he got the win over tough veteran Ira Terry. Anybody else you seen on his resume that stuck out to you?
Not really. You know, I've seen about 2, 3 of his fights. I seen his last fight, the knockout. He just caught the guy with a shot. The guy wobbled and he just went for the kill. Um, so it's he's a puncher. He likes to sit on his shots. Pick his shots. Throw big shots and stuff like that. So that's what I got to watch out for, making sure I'm keeping my fundamentals good. My hands up. Bring my hands back up. Catch and throw. Um, so it's another style. I've seen this style before, so it all comes down to timing.
Now, this is an eliminator for the WBA. What sort of positioning are you expecting to gain if you get this win?
Or after this, I'm fighting for the world title for the WBA title of the world. It'll be the winner between I forget the Japanese fighter is the Monster's brother. I don't know how to pronounce his name right. Ignao.
Inoue. Oh, okay.
Guy.
Oh, yeah. He's fighting Saturday.
Inoue.
Tacoma Inoue.
Yeah, he's fighting the same day. So I fight the winner out of them two. So, but I'm just focused on this guy right in front of me. And once I get past this guy, then I'll see. But it's supposed to be for that belt for the winner of those two.
So the fact that you're number 2 and Jonathan is number 3, and this fight got made allows you guys to skip, because there is a number 1, or did he get removed? Sho Ishida.
I'm not sure, but my promoter was telling me was because I was actually supposed to fight the winner of these two my last fight, but the Japanese guy, he got hurt, he hurt his wrist, so they had to delay his fight. I'm not sure what's up with the number 1 ranking. But if I gotta fight him too, man, I'll fight him. Like I said, anybody, man. I'm not running from nobody. I just want to become, the champion in 118 division, in the 118 division, and whoever I got to go through, man, I'm gonna go through them.
For sure, man. So where did you hold camp? Down here in Florida?
Yeah, down here in Florida. We was going out to Miami a lot. My coach knows this guy Jorge Rubio. A lot of Miami, a lot of Cuban fighters down there. So I've been getting a lot of different type of work over there with professionals. 122s, 118s, a couple former world champions too. So I've had a good training camp, man. I'm ready, man.
Yeah, man. I'm hoping everything works out for you, champ. We've grown obviously fond of you over the interviews and following your career, man. So we want to see you obviously do well for this one. I got a couple questions from the people here. We got Alex Vega from West Palm, South Florida. He says, you've been on the comeback trail collecting 4 stoppages in your last 6 fights. This opponent is coming off a huge KO win. So is it definitely on paper your toughest fight till date?
I'm not sure, man. Each fight, each fight is tough, man. And there's some styles that are a little easier, for me. Some styles a little bit harder. But the main thing is just adaptability. If I have to fight for 12 rounds and press them, I'm able to. If I got to box them for 12 rounds, I'm able to. So depending on what after the first round, I'll know. And then after that, I just keep, dissecting them, getting, my rounds in and just getting with his pace, because that's the first thing I look for is the pace. What he's gonna do, how he's gonna throw, what he throws, and little by little, man, it just becomes easier for me. So I can't say if this is gonna be my toughest fight, but like I said, I train like this is gonna be my toughest fight. So this guy, like I said, he's a strong guy. He's similar record to me, and a win like this is gonna put me in a position to fight for a world title soon. So this guy's been training hard, and I've been training hard too. So I'm not, I'm going there at 100%, and I'm ready.
I got Octo that says, what's your favorite quote, and how do you manage to stay so calm in the ring? I don't know what he means by favorite quote. Maybe phrase in life?
Um, I just the experience that I have, man. I done been on big stages before. This is not something new to me, man. But my main piece, man, is my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, man. Just my relationship with God that I have. That's what gives me peace. My victory is in Him, and like every time I train, I honor God, and the Bible says that God will honor those that honor Him, and I honor God in my training. I worship God in my training, and how I conduct myself, as a gentleman, as a man, as a fighter, and that's the thing I like about the sport, man. We fight, and after that, we shake hands, and we hug each other, and it's all respect, man. So, um, definitely just my relationship with God, man. That gives me peace and confidence.
All right. I got Toledo Treese, who says, with the influx of promotional companies like OTX Boxing, Red Owl Boxing, Pro Box TV, do you think the South will take the sport of boxing?
Yeah, man, it's looking like that, man. Like that, my promoter right now, Box Lab Promotions, man. They're doing big things right now, and I'm really thankful for them signing me, man, because they've been a blessing in my life, man. Them people, they're like family to me, and I believe, man, Box Lab Promotions is gonna be the next biggest promotion, at least down south, and as we continue to grow and win bigger fights, Box Lab is definitely gonna have a bigger platform and a bigger name.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Amaury. He's definitely doing his thing over there. We have New York Bullet. Who were some of the legends that inspired you to box, if any? Blessings, champ.
Oh, thank you, man. One of the main guys was Manny Pacquiao. That guy right there, man. Just seeing him, that guy's a warrior, man, and he's also a believer in Christ. Guys like him, Holyfield, believers in Christ that are warriors, man, champions, pound for pound champions. Just seeing some of these guys, man, it just motivates me that to work my hardest to honor God and just to be a warrior for the kingdom of Christ.
Amen to that, champ. Amen to that. We have two more here. Actually, Alex Vega had a couple of different parts to that question, so he stopped on the toughest till date. And now some of this I feel like you've answered already because you said the direction in which you're going, which is a new way. But he says, after inching towards a title shot, perhaps against maybe Jason Maloney, or is it more likely you and your team will go for a top contender first? Looking forward to the progression of your career.
I would like to fight for the world title after this. I feel like I'm ready. That's what I would like to do. But like I said, whatever door is open, if I got to fight a top contender to do so, like I said, Box Lab, man, they've been taking really good care of me, and I know whatever they lead me to, I'm gonna do it, and I know they got my best interest. So, whatever comes next, whether it's a top contender or the title, I'm ready for either one.
Last question from Joshua Cabrera. Are you open to fighting Elijah Pierce? I guess that's Elijah Pierce, a.k.a. Short Dog, maybe?
Elijah Pierce, I don't know who that is. I'd have to, if he's in my weight, like I said, man, anybody at 118, I'm, I'm here to fight, man. So, I'm not running from nobody. I don't know who he is, but if he's a 118, if he wants to fight, if he's in the ranks or when I get the belt or whatever, just I welcome it.
Champ, let everybody know where they can find you, how they can watch your fight, and thank you, obviously, for coming on the program.
Nah, man, it's an honor to be here. I'll be fighting on the Zone, the 24th of Saturday, around 9 a.m. So you can check it out on the app. My name is Antonio Vargas. My Instagram, Antonio Vargas 777. I appreciate everybody that continues to support me. That follows me, and you continue to see me, go up in a career, man. And I'm just thankful for the supporters, man.
All right. Appreciate you. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Antonio Vargas, catch him live this Saturday on the Edgar Berlanga undercard. Now we're back to our regular scheduled program. We are talking the latest tweet from Salvador Rodriguez, which has sparked a bit of controversy, insinuating that Canelo only wants to fight Jamal Charlo and that there is no guarantee for that fight. And if he wants the guarantee, he would have to fight Jaime Munguia. When Canelo out his mouth already told you he's not fighting a Mexican. So I just believe, it's funny, right? Like Rick Glazier could be called wrong, right? Everybody could be called wrong, not this tweet, because Canelo's the face of boxing, and the negativity sells more than the truth. So obviously, we want to believe, the negativity, which is the exact opposite of what the man said out his mouth. It's just funny, any other fighter sits down and tells you something out his mouth, we believe him. This guy tells you, hey, I'm negotiating with David and Charlo. Somehow, we believe he's negotiating with Jaime, who's promoted by two rival promoters. They ain't even cool with Al. They not Tom Brown. They not Samson Lewikovich. That's not their names. But somehow, Brandon wants you to believe the bullshit. It's all good. Cliff, what up with the counterpunch, baby? I'm here for the shits. I'm telling you, I love my job. I swear to God, I love this shit. No service from Cliff, huh? Cliffy Cliff.
What up? What the fuck? This shit on me or what, bro?
Oh, why?
If you can hear me, I'm gonna leave and come back because I can't hear you.
We hear you.
I hear you now. Like, what's good? Say something else.
Something else.
All right, good. We here now. Hey, yo, see, I've been sick for a minute, like, and I'm still working, so I ain't been able to catch. I have been watching the show actually, but I ain't been calling in. I just been putting this shit on and falling asleep. But yo, the way you did the monologue, I feel like you didn't really call the tweet cap. Like you was entertaining it, so I feel like you confused. Maybe you confused a couple callers.
How exactly did I entertain it? I'm calling it cap. That's been the whole premise of the show.
You didn't seem like you felt like this tweet was cap. And as I kept listening, because I had some questions to ask you, I'm like,
you driving, Cliff? Call me when you get where you going. You still
and
real?
come off like you felt like it was cap. That's when Fat started.
You going in and out terribly. And
yeah, I am driving. You want me to leave and come back? All right.
Yeah. You want to delay too.
I'm gonna come back in 5 minutes. If you want to come back to me, that's what's up.
Yeah, he on a delay and the whole shit. I don't know. Moose. Moose. Copy cool.
What's going on, champ? I just got a quick question, bro. I read. I mean, because I kind of tuned in a little late today, but I read that I thought Benavidez was fighting Yildirim. Is that a rumor?
I don't be knowing who you follow, champ. I never seen that.
All right, so I supposedly Espinosa just leaked that he Benavidez is supposed to next fight is gonna be Yildirim. I sent you the link.
Where you sent it at?
to the voice on IG.
DM? Oh, IG.
Yeah. So I just seeing if that's a credible source. I don't know. You know the sources. I don't like that. I just read that shit and I was like, what the fuck? This is because we talking about this, but
come on, Chad. Oh my God, this dude, and this guy gets so many people. This is why I left Twitter. Cause anybody could be anybody. Like, bro, have you gone through this page? I ain't even gonna say the page because I'm not trying to send more people to a fake page. Go through the page.
Right.
Go through the page. Everything he says is cap.
That's why I brought it up to you.
Everything he says is cap, and then he tags somebody talking about source is Salvador Sanchez, source is Espinosa. This shit is cap, yo. Twitter is terrible. They need to do something about this type of shit. It's terrible. I'm not even saying that dude's name, bro. Shit is crazy.
Right, that's why I brought it up to you. I was like, this is a little fishy because we talk about this, but then like this just came up.
My dude, if you go through his page, he got Tank fighting for fucking the other Hatton, Matthew Hatton or the little Hatton talking about undisputed. That dude's a troll, bro. That that shit, yo, they should like block,
So it's
like
that could they.
take people's
All right. So,
access like that to just do lies like Brandon.
word. But yeah, man, that's why I brought it up. I was like, because I know you know the sources, so let me run it by you and see if this shit is right. Because I was like, this is interesting because all this talking is going on, but they're talking about that, this is about to happen. And I know this fight was supposed to happen years ago, right? About 3 years ago or something like that, and it never happened. I think because of the drug test or some shit like that. So I was like, maybe he's trying to revisit it. So that's what kind of reeled me in a little bit because I know this fight was supposed to happen years ago. But yeah, nah, that's what I really wanted. But also with the I mean the Canelo Munguia, that'll be dope for May 4th. You know what I'm saying? Although we want the Benavidez, but we know that that's not gonna happen. We know that they're not gonna feed Munguia. They want Munguia. I'm pretty sure they want Munguia to hit that 50-0 or that 51-0 before they feed him to Canelo. I promise you that's what's gonna happen. They're not he's gonna duck that smoke until he get to or close to that 50-year low. They already lost fucking Gilberto Ramirez to that, trying to feed him too early to Bivol, and he lost that chance to getting that perfect record. And I feel like that's what they're doing with Munguia. Munguia is one of the closest ones to that record. So, Mexican hasn't been there since Cesar Chavez. So I feel like, especially that he's underneath Golden Boy, that's something that they might be trying to feed. You know what I'm saying? I may be wrong, but I just feel like they're chasing that fucking number. You know. But as far as Charlo, I feel like that fight's gonna have to happen. Although we don't want that shit, but this fucking guy Canelo is just wanting to kill these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just chasing these brothers and taking them out one by one. And especially I feel like at this point in time, I really feel like he has animosity towards these guys just for the simple fact that they called him out, and now everybody's talking shit that he ducked him, and now he's like, "Oh, I ducked him. Okay, now I'm gonna beat these motherfuckers up." So now he's coming out the gate. Now I'm gonna fight you, and I'm gonna fight the other one. I'm gonna fuck y'all up. I'm gonna leave y'all alone. Now y'all can't talk shit no more. Now y'all can't say nothing. Is it at their best? Is it at their prime? Not so much. But he's still gonna get his word. He's still gonna get his point across. Unfortunately, not the way that we want to see it, not the way we want to view it, but it is what it is. But all right, champ, I appreciate you, man.
You the man, Capico. Cliff, trying you again. Cliff. I got a super chat from Jonathan Sims. He says, I like Fats, but how can you respect Earl Spence Jr. for fighting Bud when he quit before the fight? Ass whooping Ben Do wasn't living the boxer's life. Earl Spence Jr. Excuse me. Open quote. Ass whooping Ben Do wasn't living the boxer's life. End quote. Earl Spence Jr. So he's just quoting Earl. Salute for the Cash App super chat, saving us that records. I think we got Ant too with a counter. My bad, Ant in Georgia, right? Let me double check. We got Damian Clark, $2 Cash App, saving us that Raping You Records. He says, I thought the people wanted Al and Eddie to work. Well, this ain't Eddie, champ. This is Oscar and Zanford Promotions. That's why we don't believe it. We got Damian Clark says, now people want to complain about it. We complaining because we don't believe it. And again, you got the wrong promoter. This is not Eddie. This is Zanford and Golden Boy. $3 Cash App from Damian Clark. He says, so you think Al didn't offer David? Come on now. Where's the proof then? Why not shame Canelo the way you're shaming Canelo now? Isn't the shame saying that he only wants to fight the Jamal Charlo? And saying that you have this huge guarantee for Jaime? Why not make it worse? Why not put the nail in the coffin and say you also have $55 million for Benavidez if he wanted it, or 60 or 70 or whatever the fucking number is. If we in the shaming game, let's shame. But some of y'all don't want to open up your mind. Y'all think somehow Al is partially shaming. Somehow he's partially shaming. Somehow he's telling us that David isn't an option by not telling us that David isn't an option. Sure. The super duper smart man is making us, guess. Okay, we're going to fall for that bullshit. Where the fuck is Ant in Georgia? He done got mad and left. He probably had that counterpunch for a while. Ant, where you at? Where you at? Alrighty then. We're going to try Cliff again with his counter.
Yo, you can hear me? How the audio?
Straight.
Yo, so what are you saying? That you saying that he offered him Benavidez or he didn't? And like, what's going on? Like, I'm just trying to understand.
I'm saying Canelo out his
he should have
mouth.
shamed him.
I'm saying Canelo out his mouth told us he was negotiating with David and with Charlo, but this report is saying he's not negotiating with David. There is no offer for David. Al ain't put no guarantee for David, but instead he's negotiating with the Mexican that he said out his mouth is not in the running. So remember, Canelo made all his... I'm going to pause your time just so I give you some backstory. Canelo made all his news. He broke the internet, allegedly having this press conference. So everything that he announced, basically Brandon, who brainwashed everybody by being the first caller, is trying to tell you everything he held this press conference for was a lie. The real truth is some Mexican reporter that just tweeted that he's really in negotiations with Charlo, and that's who he wants. But Al got a guarantee only for Jaime. No mention of David. I mean, it just don't sound like the Al Haymon I've been following for 13 years. I'm sorry. The Al Haymon I've been following for 13 years, I could Google right now, David Canelo, and there's about 3 offers for 45, 55, $50 million. That's the Al Haymon I know, not this one from today that David, that Brandon wants you to believe.
That makes sense, though. Make what you saying make sense, though, because you saying, so why ain't Al Haymon shaming him for the Benavidez like you saying? Why he ain't publicly shaming him for the fight? Not, I got
this information is fake. Because this information is fake. This information ain't accurate. If it was accurate, you would have both offers, wouldn't you? You would have the amount that Al got on the table for David, plus the amount that Al got on the table for Jaime, plus the amount he got on the table for Charlo.
Salute. You did it. Yeah, I understand now. This shit is fake. So what about the 35 million part? And like, we don't got no guarantee for this and that, but we got 35 for this. Is that for Canelo personally? Is that just all cap, or is that for everybody?
I think it's all cap.
Guaranteed money right now. Times is hard.
I think it's all cap. Cliff, what's the biggest fight in boxing?
Benavidez and Canelo.
And we talking about a tweet for 35 million.
Or Tank and Haney. I don't know.
And we talking about a tweet for 35 million for Jaime Munguia. Come on, man, make it make sense. So the man that told Crawford, I'm not giving this fight to anybody, it's all of a sudden giving this fight to Fernando Beltran and De La Hoya. Man, fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here.
All right.
Believe Brandon silly ass
I'm
if
with
you want,
you.
man.
I ain't believing. I'm asking questions to
No. I'm talking in general. I'm talking in general. I'm generalizing. I'm generalizing when I say that. I'm just picking shots at Brandon for that whack ass call.
So my last question then, because my call is all questions. I ain't really got much to say. So if Canelo leaving PBC after this fight, right? Or he got 2 fights?
He got 2 fights, but if they ain't got no money, he out.
But, all right, because he in his interview, he said he was going with somebody else, like, right? Another promoter. So do you think that Canelo could be like, fuck PBC? I don't want to make my big fights for PBC. Where I'm going, we're going to save them for them.
Can't do that. You got a contract.
All right.
I mean, it's just the truth. Remember, Floyd had to retire and literally be out the ring for 18 months to get away from his Oscar contract.
No, no. When I say fuck PBC, I don't mean not fight, but like, why would I fight my biggest fights for y'all if I'm going somewhere else? Like,
Well,
why wouldn't he save
again,
his biggest fight
if
for
you
the?
want your guarantee that we agreed on the purse. Remember we was talking about Shakur's 5-fight, $3 million guarantee. So if you want that guarantee, you gotta fight. So you signed that I agree to fight for that guarantee. So now they gotta offer you fights and you gotta accept one of them. And that is my point. So I'm guaranteeing to pay you $35 million, but I only want to guarantee that for Jaime, who I'm not even gonna make the same amount of money because it's not in-house. Like, yeah, I believe that shit. Sure.
It makes sense. Everything you said makes sense, but everybody should be clarified. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow.
Yo, don't mention. I wish I could just pull. Like when I think of the clip, I wish I could just pull it and it plays. But remember that clip for those that really follow the sport. Remember that clip of Floyd saying we doing everything in house. Then remember that other clip of Floyd saying Al is Floyd and Floyd is Al. But somehow we gonna believe we about to fight Jaime Munguia with two promoters. Remember that time when they fought Tank? When Ryan fought Tank and DAZN had nothing to do with it? They was just able to sell it. Remember that time? For the biggest fight in boxing, remember that time? Remember that time with DAZN, just all they could do is just carry it. They couldn't promote. You know, they weren't part of it. It was just, we just got it. We just got it, y'all. You know, that's the same Al Haymon they saying today is about to do business with Fernando Beltran. I swear to God, I'd rather be wrong. I'd rather y'all call in tomorrow and laugh at me when they announce it than believe this hogwash. West Palm, what up?
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
All right, terrific, man. Good evening to everybody. Yeah, man. This is definitely a hot topic. I think it's interesting, the wording, how it's being presented, the timing. Like you said, Canelo had just came out and was very specific. I am fighting an American in May. And then with this news, it seems to be that someone's trying to push it to be different with this Munguia. Yeah, man, the thing I'm with you. I find it hard to believe that Canelo is dead set on fighting specifically Jamal Charlo. When the whole Jamel thing came out, they were like, oh, he's been calling him out for years. And, that it's been built up. But, like, I felt like that was squashed. Like, how can Canelo want to fight a guy that hasn't fought in over 2 years? A guy, if he's not fighting, how is he calling Canelo out? Like all that steam that was built up, all that emotion built up with the fan base and I would think the tension between the fighters, it's all gone. So why would Canelo be wanting to do that fight now? It just doesn't make any sense. And you've once again you've referenced he seems to be a good businessman. He makes pretty good decisions. I mean, you could tell with that whole switch him up, fix him up with the Jamel. That was a pretty successful pay-per-view, I would say, even though I knew that wasn't going to be a competitive fight. Yeah, I'm getting sick of this. How are we not mentioning David Benavidez? I'm telling you guys, this here is an opportunity. Say no to Jamal Charlo. Say no to Jaime Munguia. Say David Benavidez' name. What is wrong with David Benavidez? He has Mexican blood. He's also American. He has a fan base here, right? I mean, he's put on good shows in Las Vegas, Arizona. I just don't understand how we can't just insert David Benavidez' name. You know what? You have to push it. You have to force it. Tell the masses. Let Canelo, let PBC hear this. We want David Benavidez. He's fought the tough fights. We want to reward fighters for that. You can say, "Oh, well, Plant did this," or I'm sorry, when Canelo fought Plant, this happened, and all this nonsense. No. No one wanted to fight Andrade. He fought him. He knocked him out. That was a beating he put on Plant. All right? Back-to-back fights. We want it. He's undefeated, multiple-time champion. He's headlined pay-per-views before. Like, I just don't understand. Like, everything you could say, David Benavidez checks the box. So that's it, guys. Fuck the Munguia fight. Definitely fuck the Jamal Charlo. You read the name. Boycotting if it's Charlo. I'm not fucking with it. I'm not saying the Munguia fight's a bad fight. Like, I know he comes to fight, so that'll be fun, But David Benavidez has done everything that he's supposed to do since he's made his mistakes. Let's get that fight. Request it, demand it, and stay on it. That's my call.
All right. We got counter Drew.
Yo. Man, people believe everything. Now, real quick, Ness, what you think about that? Where's Dollar Bill Haney? I know you listening, Dollar Bill, Deep East Oakland. Ryan and Devin at the Barclays now?
I know. I just retweeted it. I cannot believe that. I can't believe that. Like, I wasn't going to say that.
Well, they got new management.
Who?
They got new management, the Barclays. Yeah, so they must have dropped a bag.
The Yo Marks are out?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I was seeing on Twitter. So they must have dropped a bag.
No, I love it, bro, because Brooklyn boxing was popping. Boxing at the Barclays Center was dope, and we haven't seen that in a while. I think Tank Roley was the last fight at the Barclays Center, right?
So, yeah, there hasn't been a big fight in New York in a while.
It's just
When's the last
crazy.
pay-per-view? That was the last pay-per-view fight in New York, right?
I don't know. They keep saying live on the zone. Are these fuckers giving us this fight for free? They need to come out and say it clearly. He's being so cryptic with this shit. Look, it just said Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney will be live on the zone from the Brooklyn Barclays Center, promoted by Golden Boy 4/20/2024. He fucked up though, man. How you gonna take a 420 fight out of the recreational state, motherfucker? The fuck type of shit is that?
It's not recreational. It's not recreational in New York, or is it just medicinal now?
I don't know. I ain't lived over that way in a minute. I know New Jersey's recreational, which is just 12 miles, depending what part of New York you at. But
I think I might have to go to that fight now. I'd rather go to New York than Vegas for the fight.
I mean, that's because you from the West, right?
Yeah, like I don't really like Vegas for fights anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I ain't been to New York in a minute. I don't know. Maybe I guess Barclays is a great venue. And it brings out great fight people, amazing looking women, rarely any fights, and I mean outside fights. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a pretty good boxing venue. When they started Brooklyn boxing there from the beginning, I had been going, and there hasn't been really bad fights there. The venue's good. Fuck, Fury showed up one time. It's a good venue.
Mm-hmm. No, I like that venue. I'm still trying to figure why would Chava report this though, Ness? What's the angle? Who benefits from this story?
Munguia puts more pressure. Puts more pressure on Canelo to fight the Mexican that Mexicans want.
The Tijuana versus Guadalajara.
Yeah, I mean,
because that's all the Mexican media was asking him over there. What did he think of Ryder?
That's all they want. To them, David is American, so they want that Mexican shit, and I get it, but like,
I'll be happy with that fight though. I wouldn't mind that fight, but I don't know what's going on with David. I don't know why they wouldn't mention David, so we'll see. Everybody calling that's basically what it is. The Mexican media is applying pressure for Munguia, not David.
Champ, that's the
bell. I'll pop in. I got one more.
We got Unbiased Brim.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Question. What was the initial offer before Canelo went to the zone? What did PPC offer him? What fighters did they offer him?
Man, there was multiple. I don't know the orders of I don't want to say, they offered him this and that was maybe the first or the second, but they've offered him.
I don't care about the order, just the fighters in general.
Earl Spence, Benavidez, Charlo, Badu Jack.
Oh,
Or I won't say
okay.
Badu Jack, 'cause I think Canelo made Badu Jack the offer. I know Badu Jack claims to have received an offer at one point or another.
Okay. See, what I'm seeing here is I feel like Canelo's calling their business bluff because I think both Mel's was probably part of this agreement. And I think if PBC did that, that ended up turning out to be a bad business move for them because now Canelo's holding their feet to the fire, if that's the case. Because we're not seeing anybody say anything about Benavidez at this point, which, we still don't know. But if Canelo doesn't have an interest in fighting Benavidez in May, and he doesn't have an interest in fighting Bud in May or fighting Bud at all, that only leaves them with Charlo. So, I mean, the reports could, we could say the reports ain't right, but if these things hold true, then the reports ain't wrong. Because if Charlo's the only fighter that they can offer him, and they know that fight is not going to do any good,
But what you mean
then
the
they're going
only
to
fighter?
obviously.
What you mean? Why would Charlo be the only fighter they can offer him?
Because if Canelo saying no to Benavidez and Bud in May, then who else do they have? If he's saying no to those two fights in May and saying I'm fighting the guy that y'all initially gave me the contracted agreement.
Again. So why isn't that the report? It's funny, the people that choose to believe this report choose to add to the report. So now you're saying if he doesn't want to
I didn't
fight
say I believe that you. If you ever notice, I said the word "if" in every statement I made. So stop placing. I'm saying "if" on everything.
Cool, my bad. So you're saying if, but those guys are just not there, right? Like, why aren't their names being mentioned? Why doesn't this tweet say, well, Canelo doesn't want Crawford for May. Canelo doesn't want David Benavidez for May. Canelo is only insisting on Charlo for May. It don't say that. So
Didn't Canelo say he did? But didn't Canelo say in regards to Bud that he didn't gain nothing from that? So that kind of on the surface took Bud off the table, right?
Yeah. So good. I'm glad that you're listening to Canelo because now you can remember that Canelo said he is negotiating with Benavidez. Right?
All right. Well, I mean, I heard a rumor there was
and then we can also listen to his manager, who also said he was negotiating with Benavidez, Charlo, and Munguia, and Crawford.
You know what's crazy? His pop said they ain't hearing nothing though. Benavidez pop said they ain't hearing nothing. The word to the grapevine, but it is what it is. We're gonna see how it plays out, man. Time will tell everything.
Let's see, man. That's all. We got J. Will.
Yo. Yeah, man. I don't believe it either. I mean, I don't see how Jaime is gonna get the fight, but I still don't believe it's gonna be David. I guess going along with your narrative, he can be, I guess, one of the people that are in negotiations currently right now, but I don't see him coming out to be the one that Canelo picks. The reason why so many people are saying Benavidez is not the pick is, just pretty much based on, how Canelo's been talking about this shit lately. You know what I'm saying? Canelo played matchmaker for PBC. PBC fighters, as you were saying, Ness, they was sitting around waiting for the Canelo fight. Then they start fighting each other. Hell, he fought Plant. And, that he still really ain't talking about. I guess, like you said, he said he's in negotiations with David, but nobody really has a lot of faith in that. And, there's a reason for that. So, I can see him pulling off Jamal. And then now I will give, I guess, Canelo some credit. He might fight Jaime maybe the next fight, or may fight David the next fight. But in May, he's not fighting David. So I'm not ruling him out never fighting David. I still think that's slim, but I think there's a chance of him fighting David in September. But in May, no, No, David, not at all. That's my call.
All right. All right. Man, I had one to interrupt there on something he said. Hmm. Can't remember. This is why I be interrupting. You see what I'm saying? Because if not, you forget. Johnny Thunder.
Hey Ness, can you hear me? What's up?
We hear you.
So Ness, you sound a little bit confused, Ness, as usual. So that's why I'm here to help you out and take you to school. I'll take you to school as usual, okay?
All good.
Good. And when I mean school, I don't mean high school. You're still in kindergarten, okay?
You got it.
So anyway, you keep saying why isn't he offering David the fight? He has. David was offered PBC offered David Benavidez June last year. What are you talking about?
My dude, if you want time on this
Canelo
show,
rejected it.
be logical. We're talking about this 3-fight deal. If you're gonna talk old news,
Okay,
go
hang on.
talk old news with other people. We're talking about this 3-fight deal. This
Okay.
3-fight deal.
Okay.
Because we
When he
already
rejected,
established that he had got many offers from PBC.
okay.
Okay.
When Canelo rejected that offer, he obviously made it clear David's off the table. That's why, and now Haymon knows this. He knows Benavidez is off the table. So he's only offering viable options. Munguia is viable. He was always one of Canelo's options. Charlo, another option.
Bro, when you
Does
start
that make
watching
sense?
boxing,
Does that make sense?
no, it
Okay.
don't. No, it
Can you
don't.
respond to my point?
It
He
don't make
rejected
sense.
David.
You asked me,
How?
does it make sense? I said it don't make sense. It
How?
don't make sense for Al Haymon to offer Munguia the fight, who's not with Al Haymon. I haven't
No,
seen.
but if,
I haven't
if
seen
that's
a
the
cross
best option,
promotion fight. I haven't seen a cross
okay, but
promotion fight. So
Ness,
I'm
if that's
sorry.
if that's the
I never
if
seen
that's
Al Haymon share a
can I
Canelo
talk?
fight. I'm sorry.
But if that's the best option, if that's the best out of two shit options, if Canelo said, I only want to fight Charlo or Munguia, that's all I'm interested in. I'm not interested in Benavidez at all. You offered me him before, I'm not interested. Then Munguia, yeah, it's not the best option, but it's the best of two bad options.
My dude.
What's up, dude?
Do you buy your house without doing a walkthrough? Because that's what you want us to believe, that somehow Al Haymon sent the open-ended contract to Canelo and said, hey, dude,
Yeah.
I'll give you
Yeah.
$35 million for anybody. Just sign 3 fights
Yeah,
with me.
you know why? Because I'm
sound silly.
Canelo.
You sound silly.
I'm
You
Canelo.
sound silly.
No, because
Yeah.
I'm Canelo. I'm the A side.
I'm Canelo,
And
so
I do what I
anything
want.
goes. Anything goes.
That's
You
it.
sound stupid, man. Not even Floyd
That's the
could do
cash
that.
cow, Ness.
Not even Floyd
That's
could
the
do
cash
that.
cow.
Sure, bro. Sure. Cool story. Cool story.
How do you know Floyd can do it? How do you know Floyd
Cool
can do it?
story, bro. Cool story.
Cool story. It's happening right now.
Cool story.
You reckon Al Haymon doesn't want $100 million guaranteed fight with Benavidez on in-house? You reckon he doesn't want that? You reckon he's you reckon he's an idiot? Yeah. So stop saying he didn't offer Benavidez. Canelo never interested.
You're gone. Bro, we can't listen to idiots like that. I'm sorry. You know, you guys want me to be respectful. The J. Billies, you asked me to be better, C-Dubs, but this is what I'm saying. We can't have a conversation with people that are not on that level. We talking about dudes that are dealing with millions and millions of dollars. He wants you to believe that Al said, please, Canelo, sign the PBC for 3 fights, and we ain't putting no names on the contract. It's just a 3-fight deal, open. It's open. Every time you bout to fight, we gonna be in this same cat and mouse game. Shut your stupid ass up and go the fuck to sleep all the way in Australia, please. Please. Come on, man. Bro, you tainting the minds of those that don't know any better. You are foolish. You are foolish. According to C-Dub, Al Haymon has made the greatest boxing in the last 10 years. But that man gave a $35 million guarantee for a 3-fight deal with no names attached. That was your call. You wasted 3 minutes of everybody's life to say that dumb shit. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to do another session with C-Dub and J. Billy to help me with my vocabulary and not be abusing you verbally, but I can't choose any other words for stupidity. Venom, what up? Venom, what up? You know, there's someone that says something, I don't know who said it, and that sounds more realistic. That Al Haymon fucked up and put on the contract, Charlo. And now, maybe, if that's the case, Canelo's like, my contract say Charlo. But to think that Al Haymon gave him a contract with no names, and now he's like somehow going to the pool of enemies saying, hey, you want to get down with me on this Canelo money? When he told Crawford in his face, ain't nobody getting down on his money. Like, come on, bruh. I mean, and I know I already said it, but it's so hard to digest some of these calls. It's like, why could y'all be so weird?
You hear me?
Yeah.
All right. They always blaming Canelo, man. 1 minute they want to trust reporters, next minute they don't want to trust reporters. They want to hear it from the horse's mouth. It's crazy.
All the fucking horse's mouth said it, and he's lying. They said he told you he's negotiating with Charlo and Benavidez. They saying he's lying. They want to believe the reporter.
They won't believe the reporter who also said in the previous post before saying, I never said the Charlo's negotiation stopped. That was the Munguia fight which is offered. So like he's double backing on what he said in the past. But I got a question. How long has David been mandatory, Ness? You know how long?
I don't know, maybe 2 years? Maybe 1
years.
year? Maybe it ain't even ordered. I don't know. You know how the WBC do, man. He certainly
he
has
still
had an
hasn't-
interim
he still-
title for about 2 years, though.
Oh, and he still has a force like Charlo did when Charlo was in that position. He still hasn't forced the champion to give him that mandatory shot. He ain't petitioned yet.
I don't know, man. You know these callers, they tell you, one guy needs to activate. When it was Crawford, right? They were saying activate, or when it was Porter or some shit, activate so you can fight Crawford. I don't know. Nobody knows how this shit works, man. These sanctioning bodies decide to order when they want to order. They make dudes fight who they want to make fight. They give people passes who they want to give passes, man. We all know that.
Here's what we do know. I'm pretty sure there was an article when David fought Caleb Plant that Mauricio Solomon said that would be for the mandatory winner gets the Canelo. I'm pretty sure that there was an article.
Yeah,
of
I'm
him
sure,
saying that.
but then he's got to order the actual fight. Like, he's got to be like, all right, you got 90 days to make this fight. If not, we're going to purse bid.
Yeah. Then we fast forward. He said, again, on the Boo Boo fight, when David fought Boo Boo, this is the title eliminator, whatever. He said this is the fight that's gonna happen next year. So I'm just saying, like, David and his team, Samson, his dad, that whole crew, they know they don't really want to force Canelo hand. They want to get picked. They want to play the victim card in this situation where they don't want to do anything on their own. They don't want to force Canelo for many reasons. Because either Samson did a bad deal, he backdoored David, and David doesn't know, or they just don't believe in David. They don't think he's who he say he is. But it's all good.
I think it's more what you just said. Like, if you've been following the career, you know you can't force Canelo into a fight. Jamal didn't get it by forcing him. Gennady didn't get it when he won it by going the WBC route. So I think you're right. Maybe Samson is being, like, hey, let's not enforce. Let's shame him publicly into taking the fight is all I could think of. But appreciate you. We going to phone lines lit. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. We got John with the $20 super chat. Shout out to John coming through right in time, champ, because you know I'm packing another one. Drop a bomb for the dub. He says, the fight we want is the Mexican Monster versus King Nello. But this is better than Charlo or Welter Little Man Bud. Focus on Boots and Lopez. I'm still hoping on Benavidez versus Canelo, but this is a dope fight. Yeah, I don't believe we getting this fight. You know what I'm saying? I just don't believe. And I'm gonna share this. I don't know what he's saying here, but I'm just interested to know what he's saying here, because I've been going through the Twitter of Salvador Rodriguez just to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? What has he been saying in the last couple of days? So February 12th, he did this. He posted this. So let's just see what this is saying here. Let me just see what this is saying here.
Canelo Álvarez, para Munguia, para Munguia.
My man posted one-way audio. That shit, one channel audio. That shit's only in the right ear. Come on, Salvador. You work with ESPN. Déjate de esa mierda, papá.
Es la pelea más grande de su carrera. Seguramente no irá para Munguia, es la pelea más grande de su carrera. Seguramente no irá como favorito ante Canelo Álvarez, pero bueno, pues para ir por esa pesca grande hay que navegar aguas profundas. Está Munguía por ahí en esa situación. Simplemente son temas de detalles. Me gusta Las Vegas, me gusta incluso el estadio de los Dallas Cowboys, que pudiera rebasar ese récord del propio Canelo, ¿no? De 71.
Now, and it's what I expected, man. My Spanish-speaking people out there know what we just heard. Now, this is February 12th, where he's still saying that Munguia is an option. Again, maybe this reporter is being given certain information. You understand? But this is February 12th, right? I'm looking at it. It says February 12th right here. We're listening to it. He talking about it's just an issue that comes down to the details of stadiums and things. Look, I'm going to play that back.
Simplemente son temas de detalles.
He says, simply it's a topic of details.
Me gusta Las Vegas, me gusta.
I like Las Vegas.
Incluso el estadio de los Dallas Cowboys.
I like the Dallas Cowboys Stadium.
Que pudiera rebasar ese récord del propio Canelo, ¿no? De 71,000 fanáticos que tuvo contra.
It just sounds like he's getting information from Jaime, because, you know, the next sentence was, I like the Dallas Cowboys Stadium because I could probably surpass Canelo's attendance there, which means this is Jaime information and Jaime's goals and wishes and wants. And not to mention the cute little Jaime graphic there. So maybe Salvador is championing for Canelo to fight the Mexican because he's Mexican. Nah, maybe that ain't it, Ness. Nah, it's Canelo. He ducking David. Okay.
Contra Billy Joe Sanders.
Come on, man. I don't know, bro. Listen, we'll see. Time will tell. I wrote another one. We go into the next one, and we mean callers, of course. Who we got? Moose, did you ever connect? Hit that thumbs up while we wait for Moose to connect. Tyrone the Great, member for 9 months on that champ level. Canelo is technically fighting an American if it is Jaime Munguia, a North American. Ha! You're right, bro. Tío Juanero, papá. Tío Juanero. Oh,
can you hear me?
You got some serious... Your Bluetooth not working right now at the moment.
You said my Bluetooth not working?
Nah, you straight now.
Yeah, I'm using the push to talk because if I just let it play, I think it might be feedback because I got a speaker. I ain't got no Bluetooth. But yeah, so this thing that's been put out, is this is not from Canelo's team, right?
No, this is reporter Salvador Rodriguez.
Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, Canelo said not too long ago that it was an American and that it was out of David and Charlo. I still got the same viewpoint on the situation. I feel that it's probably going to be Charlo and David this year. And in an alternate, universe, it would be, I guess you could say, it would be nice if Canelo did fight Jaime Munguia because they're both thoroughbred Mexicans. Uh, and it would be like him passing the torch in a way, passing his clout on, or passing more clout on to Jaime Munguia and strengthening, or just keeping the clout in Mexico on the up and up. But yeah, I think that's about all I got to say on the situation. I appreciate you.
All right. So I'm going through his Twitter some more, and yet more Canelo Jaime talk from my good friend Mr. Salvador. So, nah, man. I guess Ness the only biased one. Fucking hell. I didn't mean to do that. I guess Ness the only one that could be accused of biasness, but he says here, attention, my peoples. And it says that they have resumed negotiations. Then here on this one, he says, the negotiations with Canelo and Munguia are back. He says, we're close. Estamos cerca. Like, homie, maybe this dude just believes that's the fight it's going to be. But last we checked, Canelo went on national Mexican television, right? It wasn't like he did a tweet to throw off the hardcores. He went on national television where the same network that plays his fights for free sat down with their reporters and told them it is not Jaime. But somehow it's more logical to believe that he is playing this elaborate game and lying to the free viewing public on Box Azteca and not telling them the truth that Jaime's in negotiations. That's what y'all want us to believe. I love the way y'all think. Charles, what up?
Yo, Ness, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, man, great show. I'm with you, bro. I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this shit at all. We know Canelo to do what Canelo wants to do. I don't see him going on that network, like you said, Ness, and saying all that, and then turn around and start negotiations with Munguia. And I don't know why people would think Al fucking Haymon would give a fight to the DAZN, or I don't know. I don't know where that shit is coming from. But Ness, let me ask you this.
With a new deal with Prime, we gonna all of a sudden share it with the zone.
Exactly. That shit is crazy, man. I don't know why people just be thirsting for news,
No, if
man.
it was Tank, they would never think that Al was doing this. Al ain't gonna cross promote. When it come to Tank, he can't cross. You gotta get down to lay down. Get down to lay down. But go ahead, man.
Exactly. That shit is crazy. I ain't even think all into it. I just thought about that shit like Al ain't never doing no shit like that. But let me ask you this, Ness. I don't believe Charlo is in this sweepstakes. I'm with you. I do think it's gonna be David and May. But my question to you is, if that happens, is it possible? Is it possible that Canelo and Al would be thinking about a rematch? Because I don't see anybody else on that PBC side who could feel. He said he's not gonna fight Crawford. Do you think? I mean, who else would be? I feel like it would have to be David and May, and I feel like it would have to be a rematch. I don't see who the third fight could be if Crawford's not in there. Okay, and I'm not buying this Munguia shit on PBC. We can X that shit out. But if he does fight David and May, which I think he is, Ness, I think this is all bullshit. I think he's gonna fight Dave. I just don't think Charlo's in condition to fight. I don't think Al will do that because why would they put Charlo, and it's my belief, why would they put Charlo after fighting David in May? I'm just not buying it. Is it a chance that they'll do a rematch with David in September? Because I don't see anybody else on PBC side that could actually fill that third fight. I mean, what do you think about that, Ness? Because if I do think, I'm with you, I do think it's May. I think it's David and May. I don't know why the fuck we making it harder than what it is. But if it is David and May, who's that third fight, Ness?
I mean, it would have to be possibly,
I think it's a rematch.
possibly Morrell or Charlo,
Nah.
depending. Like you Xing Charlo out because you're not thinking of and I know it's far fetched, but we got to think of the possibility of him fighting Plant and winning. It makes him a more viable option.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. That I was gonna say it could if I had to go back, and when you said that I considered that, but I'm like, nah, I just don't think Charlo is a money maker. But I did say because of the smoke between him and Plant, meaning Charlo, I would say the winner, if they do that for that third fight, if they do a third fight without doing a rematch with David, it would probably have to be the winner out of Charlo and Plant if they do that. You know, because those two on PBC side, I don't know, man. Maybe that. I'm just thinking, depending on the numbers, and David would be the biggest fight in May. I would probably do a rematch if I was them. I would try to probably if that fight is big as we think it'll be. If I'm talking about David and Canelo, I mean, if I'm Al Haymon, if I'm Canelo, if it does great numbers, it depending on depending on the I don't even think it depends on the output. It's just how the fight looks. If it's competitive, I think they do a rematch, Ness. I really do think they do a rematch. I think they fight in May, and I think they do a rematch in September. Because I don't. Do we give Caleb another shot if he beats Charlo for the third fight?
Hell yeah. Bro, Caleb did 800,000 pay-per-views. He go in there.
You're right, but
he go in there and do another Anthony Durrell type knockout on Charlo. Man, he back in the mix. He back in the mix for sure. He did 800,000, and he white American. What? Nah, I think so.
Well,
He sold the
I ain't
shit
gonna
out
lie,
that fight too.
That might work. It might work, Ness, because I ain't gonna lie. I went to DXL over Thanksgiving, and he was over there. Caleb was over there.
It's gonna be plenty of people to be like, man, well, he was winning until you start talking shit.
Well, and I ain't gonna lie, Ness. I thought I actually met Caleb. I went to DXL for Thanksgiving. I went up there to watch DJ some more workout. Shout out to DJ. And Caleb was up there, and I actually talked to him. I thought he was crazy. He was like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna get a rematch with Canelo." I'm like, I don't know. So maybe, Ness, you might be right, man. It might
Bro,
be.
one fight changes everything, man. Look at Jaime. Jaime went from being a bum to stopping the dude Canelo couldn't stop, and I want to see him with Crawford. I want to see him with Charlo. I don't mind seeing him with Canelo. Like, one fight could change everything for you.
That's true. You're not lying about that, Ness. You're not lying about that. But I hang up. Appreciate the call, man, and keep doing what you're doing.
You the bad, Jeb. Listen, we almost at that 500 likes. We might as well go ahead and get there. Open up this live chat. Get it free. We got dozens of callers, so we might as well have hundreds of people in the live chat. Go ahead and help me out. It's going to help the algorithm, right? We trying to put this episode in the eyes of others so that they know we rock out twice per day talking that boxing talk, you know. Brandon over there sending me more screenshots of tweets from Salvador, which is hilarious. He's sending old tweets from Salvador, and he's like, look, he said back then, XYZ was off the table. And it's like, bro, none of those tweets he screenshotted even happened. None of what that dude said even happened. So, again, further proof, reporters be wrong sometimes. Like, that happens. You feel me? Like, it's hilarious. But cool facts counter.
Yo, Ness, I gotta bless you, man. You didn't turn to the Canelo voice. You know that?
I guess it always been.
Yeah.
We always been.
Oh, you always. Well, he got you sounding like one of them Take fans tonight, man. He got you sounding like one. I know you don't want to believe it. I know he got you jumping through hula hoops. It could be this. It could be that. No. It's this. It's that. You know why you doing all that? Because he ain't being straight up honest with you. He could just come out and say it. Just come out and say,
he did come
I
out
don't
and
wanna...
say it. That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't want to believe him. Y'all want to believe a reporter. That's my argument. He said
When
out
he
his
said,
mouth. He just,
when he said,
my dude, when he stopped the world, when the world stopped. When the
the
world
world stopped.
stopped.
When the world stopped. World ain't stopped. I'm asking you what he say. I clearly I missed it. How the world
Come
stopped.
on,
I'm
champ.
asking.
Come on,
I,
champ.
I'm asking you.
When he went
when
on
he say
Box
this.
Azteca, when everybody was paying attention to what he said.
Like how Tank said he wanted to fight Devin Haney after Cambosis. I mean, it sound good, right?
No, that ain't. No, Tank saying that shit in the moving car, being recorded by Ellie Setback standing on his feet.
No, he wasn't. He was right there in front of was it Brian Custer or was it
when he
Radio
first
Raheem?
when he first said that, he said you could keep the belts. I'll fight you for free. He was in a moving
that's when he said he wanted to fight Cambosis. I'm talking about leading up to the Rolly fight. Remember what he said? He said after the fight with Cambosis, I want to fight you, Devin Haney. That's what he said. I mean, they all said. I mean, so Canelo could sit here and say it. I told you why he said that. He said that so you can have this false hope that you do. He never said it before. I don't
have false hope. I don't have false hope.
Yeah, you do.
Because I don't have
you
I
do.
don't have false confidence because my favorite fighter has fought 5 people the public demanded. So I don't have anything to feel any way about.
He returned you to the very thing you despise. The people that still fights, a fire sticker. Yeah, he is.
Oh yeah.
He
for
ready to turn
sure.
you. He ready to turn you to a fire sticker.
For sure.
He ready to turn you to a fire sticker because he not ready to fight Dave.
If he fight Charlo, I'm definitely team Stream. You know, you have to. That's the only way you get their attention is with their wallet, right? Everybody pays attention when it affects their wallet, and
that's why
I'm
he
not
told
paying.
you. That's why he told you he in fake negotiations with David Benavidez. So Ness can be like, all right, after this fight, it's on. Nah, you know how you was little. You know how when you was little, your mother, you like, I don't want to drink the medicine. I don't want to drink. And she holds your face and put the spoon in your mouth. That's what Canelo doing. Reynoso holding your face and Canelo putting the medicine right in your mouth. You like, I don't want to drink it. I don't want to drink it. But that's what they giving to you.
Negative.
Hold on, before I go. Is it true about the Haney in New York thing?
I mean, that's what Oscar tweeted. I don't know how true, bro. I mean, Oscar tweeted that. I hope he ain't lying.
Yeah, I'm thinking about actually driving up the road for that fight. I don't know if my lady gonna want to go. That's the only thing. She was kind of mad about that Tank fight. That shit did have us out to like 4 a.m. But shit, if it is, man, I might have to slide up there because I want to catch little homie live, man. I know it's gonna be a rare chance. So shit, I hope it's real. I might have to check it out, but I appreciate it.
All right. We got JXV $5. Wait, all of a sudden, Al wants to work with Oscar and Golden Boy and share the profits for the Munguia fight, and Nello wants Charlo? I call bullshit. Faced with tears of joy, rolling on the floor laughing. Fuck PBC. That wasn't me. That was him, bruv. It's him, bruv. Swift in the 718 $10 super chat. I'm Dominican and from Brooklyn. What do Mexicans mean when they say cabrón? I know cabrón means something different to Dominicans and Boris. I seen Boris beat dudes' asses for getting called that. No, for sure. It's more disrespectful to call a Puerto Rican man a cabrón than it is a Dominican man. Like, obviously, we know what it means, but it's a different, I believe the thing is idiom. You know, that's not our slang. That's theirs. But we've obviously adapted it. But yeah, for Caribbeans, let's say, you know, cabrón ain't good. But for Mexicans, it is. It's like, you know, when you a cabrón, it's like you you're like tough, like you're a badass. You know that's what it means for them. But for us, shit, if you a cabrón, you Will Smith. and August Alsina and Jada Pickett Smith. Like that's literally the definition. Like a dude that knows he's being cheated on and is okay with it. That's what that means in Spanish for mostly Puerto Ricans, but definitely us Dominicans. We know, we know. All right, we know. But that ain't our slang. Like I said, that ain't our slang. Tip, what up?
Yo,
You.
yeah, nah, you had said something earlier regarding Jaime. Damn, I forgot what it was. It was a minute ago. Yeah, it was amongst the lines of like, do we believe that I'm trying to remember, bro. Oh, come back to me. Come back to me. I got my thought.
You out of control right now. Quan, what up?
Yo.
You.
Oh yeah, yeah. What up? What up? Shoot, no. I just wanted to just want some clarification because I'm a little ignorant on this. I'm just wondering what's Eddie Hearn's involvement in the Haney and Ryan fight. Like I'm confused how to my understanding he's just a promoter on his own. He's not the owner of it. So how don't he
He
I'm
had
just kind of
options
confused.
on Devin's next fight. He had to match the right offer. Bill did an interview with us and made it clear that Eddie had match right offer. He couldn't really match it because he don't got Ryan, but Devin, uh, you know, is still letting Eddie be part of it because they rock like that.
Okay. But Oscar the lead promoter. But Haney confirmed it. He said, "Let's go." So I mean, it sounds like that. I think that makes sense. I feel like that's gonna make the fight go up. Like they gonna sell that out. And this is a good location. But as far as the
Nah, they
topic,
got money
I
for
just
that. That was a site feed thing because let's be real, Ryan's fan base is on the West Coast. LA, Las Vegas, Phoenix, anything around that would have been better. The fact that they going to
but
New York,
they
this is
making it
because
neutral though.
nah, bro. Nah, bro. They going to New York, they getting a big check from Barclay. Not they, the fighters, maybe the promoters. I mean, maybe the fighters get a cut of it too, but bro, when have you seen Ryan fight in New York, bro? Like, there's not even data that he could sell over there. There's no data.
Has Dev fought in New York?
Hell no. Not that I know of. When?
No, it's neutral. It's gonna be interesting to
Nah,
see
bro. Nah.
who
Bro,
the crowd favorites.
champ. Neutral is Las Vegas for big fights. Like,
Yeah,
First of all, Floyd
I know.
never
Yeah, I know
fought
what
in
you're
New
saying,
York.
though.
Floyd never fought in New York because of the taxes. Like, the fact that they're going to New York for a big fight is bananas for me.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a lot more to say on that on another show. But as far as the topic, I just personally feel like, all right, Canelo said, "I'm not fighting before." I'll send you a file for the on the counter punch because I want to get this off. Because I just personally feel like he said I wouldn't fight another Mexican, right? At the time, man.
I mean,
So
that was
that
a
was his
very
reason for
long
why he
time
didn't fight
ago.
David Benavidez. That was his reason for why he didn't want to fight
He
Benavidez
never
at a certain time.
he don't consider Benavidez a Mexican. He's American. He's a Mexican American, and he made that clear in his all Mexican interview in Mexico, broadcast live to Mexicans for free
Now,
when he told the world, "I'm not negotiating with Jaime. In fact, I'm negotiating with Charlo and Benavidez."
yeah. Now that's funny as hell because now I feel like David Benavidez, he that's your prize, so he gotta do something about that. I hope that fight next because I feel like if he fight Jaime, that got to be to me a clear duck at this point with David. Like I get it, he wanted to fight the Charlo, maybe Bud, because it's just like legacy type of shit like that. But you feel me? If you're gonna fight somebody in that division in that weight class, it got to be David to me because if it's Jaime, like if I'm not mistaken, he only been there for 2 fights. But I will say, like he was in that solid fight with Derevyanchenko, and then he just knocked out Ryder. So is those two fights better than anything David did at 168?
What two fights? I'm sorry.
The two fights that Jaime Munguia had at 168, I believe he fought
Nah, hell no,
Derevyanchenko.
hell no, hell no, hell no. First of all, Derevyanchenko moved all the way up from 54. Rada had like 6, 7 losses. No, Rada was a great fighter. Not great is a stretch, but he was a good fighter. But no, I mean, Benavidez beat Plant. That's a better win. It's a better win. It's a
Right.
former
So,
world
unless-
champ. Derevyanchenko never been a champ. Unfortunately, I laugh. I meant not to do that. I'm sorry, God. But he never been a champ. In all them tough fights he been in, he never been a champ. He's just a good fighter, but not good enough to win a world title.
Right. Well, I just feel like it'd be a clear duck, but unless he took it anyway, the Jaime Munguia fight, maybe it'd be the build to David Benavidez fight. But if he fight Jaime Munguia, he gotta fight David Benavidez. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Shout out TVV. I'm about to rain that 5.
All right. We got. Let me get to these super chats. Apologize for anybody upset. Keep it moving. $2. Ness, can you and Danny post a link for fight Ryan versus Haney? I don't know what you mean, bro. What the hell you mean? Post a link for the fight. Lucy girl, $20 super chat trying to drop a bomb for the dub. Canelo don't need any of you haters. He's the king. Spelled with an A. He does what he wants. 35 mil to fight a scrub says it all. Who's your favorite fighter fighting and how much loot he getting? Faced with tears of joy 3 times. Canelo the king. Yeah, I mean, at least Jaime ain't considered a bum no more. You know, after the Ryder fight, perception changed to him. But before that, they thought Jaime wasn't ready and he was, ducking and all this crazy stuff. Now that's changed after the Ryder fight. For some, they might hate on him. If he actually gets the fight, he might get hated on and be like, oh, he fought 42 bums, JXV, $2. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji. This sounds like Nello and Hearns reunion. Okay, meaning if they can't come up with a decent fight, Canelo gonna go back to Eddie Hearns. Without an S, champ. KDDR, $5 on that champ level. Salute. Pull up the Jake Donovan tweet on your DM in Discord, where he basically confirms what China tweeted in regards to Munguia talks continuing. Yeah, I mean, keep in mind, Jake just signed from boxing scene to Ring TV. Ring TV was the first to say Jamal. You forgot that quickly? You forgot that quickly. I get it though. Like, I live this shit. Y'all don't know everything that happens in real time, but remember, Jake signed the new deal in the last 48 hours. He left boxing scene. He's now with Ring TV. I don't know what that means. Am I insinuating that maybe he's doing a follow-up article for a previous article on the Ring that already states that they have sources that say it's Charlo? Yeah, that's what I'm insinuating. Mad Bent, $5. Daily dose of Tankwell. There's a gorilla emoji in the streets. The monkeys fleeing into the treetops. That's you and your favorite fighter in the trees, peeping, staying quiet. Okay. Ken Stone, $2. Nello has options. Jaime, Eubank, Bivol, Berlanga. For sure. For sure. Option Kang, as they say. Option Kang. We got. I'm sorry, bro. I've been reading this so wrong. Well, I'm not reading it wrong. It literally says sin innocently. And your Twitter says innocently. So that's why you've been waiting that long. Now, I do see that once I go into it, it actually says at sin innocently. So I just want to apologize. But, your screen name says innocently heartless. So I never made that connection. I've been waiting for someone with the name Sin to show up to claim this super chat, my brother. Do apologize.
Yo, you can hear me?
I hear you. I hope you heard my apology and everything, because I ain't trying to
Nah,
be
yeah,
funny.
you good.
Okay. Apologize.
You, you good. So we talking about Saul Cinnamon Challenge Alvarez, the same Canelo that was talking about these guys got to fight each other, but he about to give Jaime Munguia, who ain't fought nobody for real at 160, and now Munguia fought Daryanchenko at 168, who ain't never fight at 168, and John Ryder, who ain't never beat nobody in the UK. And we about to hype this up like, yeah, Canelo.
He did beat Jacobs. I'm not defending it because I already made my
Nah, yeah,
stance.
because
I
that
don't
was a
believe
trash
this is
fight, though. A
real.
lot of people said that was an iffy bout.
Nah, that wasn't iffy. That wasn't iffy.
A lot of people felt that way.
You watched it?
Yeah, I mean, it felt like he just awkward and it was a slow pace, and Danny just didn't get busy, like kind of like how a lot of these other guys
All right,
do.
well, if you don't get busy,
they didn't really
that
give him
means
the
you ain't.
A-side decision.
But if you don't get busy, that means you ain't landing punches.
But we seen how many times we seen an A-side get a decision like that. Like I felt like at that point it was like Danny didn't have like he didn't have the influence no more. They didn't want to give it to him.
So he lost because he ain't
But what
had
I'm saying
A-side
is,
juice.
what I mean about John Ryder is like this. This the same guy that lost to Billy Joe at middleweight. This the same guy that got stopped by Nick Blackwell, who, all due respect, only touched the English title. He had to retire after the Eubank fight. But let's be real right now. A lot of people only gassing him because he did good, better than expected in the Callum Smith fight. A lot of people felt like he should have got that. That's the only reason why he get hyped.
But that was
But
also,
what I'm saying,
but that was also his upward trajectory,
but David
though.
beat Caleb Plant. David beat Caleb Plant one more rounds against Caleb Plant than Canelo did. And we got to be real right now. He beat Andre, who we can't deny. No matter what you want to say, he was mandatory at some weights. Whether you don't like him or not, he was the mandatory at one point. And what the guy said earlier on the morning show, they telling the truth about Canelo. He do a lot of funny stuff, man. We seen a lot of time where certain guys the mandatory or certain things, and he don't really want to fight them. And it could be cool if it was only one or two times, but we seen this a couple times. And we can't even speak about 168 right now. It seemed like Canelo, he don't. Well, hang on.
He did it
It seemed like
twice.
Canelo don't want to fight a real 175 or a real 168. He just want to fight guys coming up, like blown up super welterweights, blown up middleweights.
So hold up. So Callum wasn't a real 68, and neither was
No.
Plant.
At the
Neither was
undisputed run,
Plant.
the thing. Okay, so here's the problem, right? Callum Smith, he won the World Boxing Super Series, but we all know.
For that matter, look, you telling us that Gennady Golovkin in the third fight ain't a real 68? He been at 60. You know he been at 60 his whole career.
Nah, but what I'm saying is it's like unproven, and Triple G ain't fight in a long time.
My dude, somehow Earl was too big for 54, but you saying Triple G could do his whole career, never, ever, ever move up and not be a 68. But I get it.
He was a disciplined amateur. That's the reason why. Like, you see how he moving. He not really trying to go up in that weight class. We saw earlier with Andre Ward and them, he wasn't trying to do that. Do your homework on Andre Ward calling him out.
I knew that.
Triple G was talking
I knew
spicy
that, but
and he didn't want.
But you're still talking almost 15 years ago, my dude. Like, you talking about a dude could just
that's
hold
what I'm
his
saying,
weight.
Triple G. Oh, brother, you bringing up Triple G at 168, who ain't never fight, and a lot of people saying look trash against Murata at middleweight. Y'all trying to tell me that that's a dangerous fight at 168, a good fight at 168. That's not a real 168 fight. What I want to say is this: how Canelo, how he moving right now, he don't want to fight a real 175,
wasn't
168.
a real 140 fight for Regis either, because that was his first time up. And he spent his whole
What
career
I'm saying
at
is, it's like it's not proven, brother. What they done at 168, his work is at 160, and we talking about a Triple G who we can't deny when he was fighting guys on the zone like Steve Rose and that Eastern European guy undefeated that he dropped like 5 times. All these dudes he fighting, everyone was saying nobody cared about him no more after Daryanchenko. So how you gonna tell me at a new weight class 168, unproven, he gonna look nice? That's not like a good 168 win. David been at 168 back then when Badou Jack, James DeGale was champion. So we got to look at it from that perspective. Do your homework on Canelo not really fighting real 168s. A lot of middleweights, a lot of super welterweights. Do your homework on that. I'm just saying, not to you, Ness. I'm talking about the people.
I don't agree. They don't need to do homework. His run at 68 for undisputed was the champions. Like,
okay, so we not gonna acknowledge though. But wait, we not gonna acknowledge that
champions, not Canelo.
But wait, we not gonna acknowledge that Billy Joe got a bullshit title of Luke Kuechly off of just beating Luis Arias, who he didn't respect getting a
I'm
draw against Gabe
sorry.
Rosado?
Hold on. So my counter to that is, I'm sorry. Billy Joe's title was bullshit, but none of the bullshit titles that Boo Boo won. Somehow he was the Boogie Monster,
But
and
he
Canelo
was the mandatory,
afraid.
and he didn't fight him though.
Somehow
But that's what
Canelo
I'm
was
saying. He was the
afraid,
mandatory.
right?
They didn't fight him.
Exactly. Somehow Canelo was afraid of Boo Boo, who won fake titles, or whatever phrase you just used for Billy Joe.
No. What I'm saying is Billy Joe was a middleweight, and he failed the drug test against Demetrius. Didn't have the fight at middleweight, and then all of a sudden he fight Luke Kuechly the next fight after just failing the drug test at 160. And Luke Kuechly just won the belt off Luis Arias, who people didn't respect, just getting a draw of Gabe Rosado. You got to look at it at that point.
Bruh,
Like,
I think
Billy
you
Joe
got
wasn't a
your
real
shit all
168.
wrong. First of all, you saying Kuechly, and you must mean Keeler, and he didn't win no
Keeler,
belt.
I apologize.
He didn't win no belt from Keeler. He was already the champ when he fought that dude who I'm gonna butcher, named Akinwande. He won that fight vacant, that belt vacant, because Billy Joe tested positive. So the fight still happened. He fought the African for the vacant title. What is you even talking about?
You talking about Andre. I'm talking about how Billy Joe didn't enter that fight. Like you said, he pulled out. And then Billy Joe, his next fight, instead of fighting Andre, ended up winning a belt against Luke Keeler. That's what I'm saying, at 168. That's how he was champion. That's why Canelo fought him. That's what I'm talking about.
My dude, but again, I go back to Andre. How is Andre the boogeyman and Canelo ducked him when Billy Joe has a better resume than Andre?
No, you're not understanding what I'm saying. I'm talking about how Andre was the mandatory at those weights. You telling me how those are fake belts.
I'm talking about the way you're discrediting Billy Joe's form or fashion of getting his belt. Andre did the same.
It's not the way he got his belt. It's the fact what I'm saying is he didn't do nothing at 168. He just entered that one fight, got it, and then ended up only defending it.
Okay.
Against,
and what did Andre do to get the David Benavidez fight?
Well, as you know, Al gave him a bone. He came back to Showtime, and David took the fight.
But don't answer that. Because since you're saying he didn't do, then what did Andre do that 50 for? Because we go back to how he won the belt. The same thing you're trying to discredit Billy Joe for doing.
What I'm saying is about Billy Joe is that he wasn't a real 168. His work, all his experience was at middleweight. So now he coming into 168 fresh off of just winning the belt the first fight, and then defended in a domestic level fight.
My bad, innocent. I ain't know Canelo was a 68. My bad.
No, but come on.
Bad.
You looking at it. Wait. Hold on.
No, my bad. My bad. I ain't know you want the dude that ain't a 68 to only fight real 68s, and it's also unfair if he don't fight a real 68, even though he's not a real 68. No, I love your logic, bro. I love it.
No, what I'm saying, you gotta look at it from
we
this.
get why you giggling right now.
Point.
We get why you giggling.
Telling me how
I'm
Canelo,
looking at your point. That's why I'm giving you
Smith.
unlimited time. I'm giving you unlimited time because I get your point. We see your point. Keep going, though.
Look at Callum Smith, Billy Joe, those two guys, right? Callum Smith, we all know the final was supposed to be Chris Eubank Jr. George Groves got the upset. What I'm saying is like, it's not really like a big proven. Like, we didn't see none of these guys go in a fight where they had to dig deep and really show and win.
So hold on. Hey, yo, that just ended your call. So he said, we all know Callum Smith got the upset. It was supposed to be Chris Eubank.
No. I said George Groves got the upset over Chris Eubank for the final to fight Callum Smith.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be Eubank, the dude that Billy already beat, but you trying to discredit Billy when he fights Canelo.
But
remember?
At middleweight, not at super middleweight.
Okay. My bad. Hey, yo, where did Bud beat Postal at?
That was at 140.
Oh, why? And we still give him credit, right? He
beat a champ, but I'm not talking about that. You bringing up other people's shit.
What you mean? No, I'm showing you that you're being unfair to one fighter. You're saying Billy don't get no credit for what he did at 54 or 60, but Bud gets credit, and everybody else can get credit.
I didn't even say that. Bud getting credit for what he doing at 147 up until the Spence
My dude,
fight.
a fighter beats a champion. It don't matter what weight it is. It's a champion.
Canelo not fighting a real 168 in Benavidez, and he fighting these other guys that
Let me ask you a question.
Don't have that many fights there.
Cool. Let me ask you a question. What weight is my boy Tyrone Davis that I just interviewed a few days ago.
Yeah, he used to fight at 154 and 160. Yeah,
Oh,
David not fighting nobody at 168, so he fighting brought up guys.
Chill, champ. Don't help me. Don't help me murder you. Don't help me murder you. You feel me? What weight does Dennis Duglin fight at?
He fought at middleweight before, yeah.
Oh, you sure? I thought it was 54. My bad. I thought it was 54. You sure?
Okay, you want to talk about 54 and middleweight? He's fighting smaller guys, but he's not the champion.
Yo, what weight does Andre fight at? My bad. I'm asking for a friend, yo. I'm asking for a friend.
So hang on. I got a question.
No. I'm asking. I got these friends. I got these friends asking me these questions. They like, yo, ask them this. So, what weight did Andre fight at?
He fought at 154 and 160.
Oh, okay. So it's safe to say David Benavidez's only real 68-pounder was Anthony Durrell.
No, that's not true. He also fought the guy that upset Jay Leon Love, took his Porky Medina. He beat a couple guys from back then. You can't deny that. But that's from an older 168 time.
Champ, are we really about to start? Are we really about to start like shouting out veterans? Cause fuck it then when next time y'all say Canelo,
Leon Love, who they was pushing back then.
Bet. Stop saying Canelo don't fight slick black fighters, cause he beat Love Nor Nadu.
When did I say that?
No.
Yo,
in
this
general,
is crazy. I ain't never said none of that.
In general, the
but
public.
You talking to me about other people's stuff, and I'm talking to you about some real facts.
Nah. I'm talking facts too. The public says he don't fight
want to
black
give
fighters.
people the real challenge, though. That's what I'm telling you.
Man, knock it off, man.
It's Saul Cinnamon Challenge Alvarez. He don't want to give people the Cinnamon Challenge.
You right. I see the double standards though, but I gotta go. I got 30 other callers.
But it's because we expect more from Canelo because he's big.
Double standards. I don't want to hear why you are okay with your double standard. I just want to make sure you and I and the public know you setting a double standard, and you made that clear by saying it's because we expect. Nah. Good for the goose, good for the gander. That's how we roll over here. You feel me? That's why Tank do what he do. Because y'all don't keep it the same. You feel me? Y'all don't keep it the same. But it's all good. I'm here for it. We got hella callers. Baby Joker, what it do?
Good evening.
How are you?
Shout out to Vega with this Telemundo News anchorman voice, man. And his fucking enticing anti-Charlo Canelo campaign. I liked it. Hey, it's fight week, Ness. I was trying to call in the morning, bro, but god damn, your morning show was horrendous, bro. I listened to a bunch of fucking bullshit. The whole day, bro, I was just like, what the fuck? Like people be fucking dumb as fuck out here like that. Fight week, bro. Andy Cruz. Let's start with Andy Cruz, bro. I think he's in a tough matchup with this cat. I believe they're gonna go. What is it? A 10-rounder or 8?
10. Zampiria, some shit like that.
Yeah, Brian Samarripa. He has 2 losses. The first loss, I believe, was a technical decision. He got cut, and then they went to the cards. And then he lost to, what's his name? Angel Fierro. If I'm not mistaken, bro. And then he beat Humberto Galinto. He took his that's a common opponent with Murataya. So he's in a tough matchup. I'm excited to watch this fight because I feel like Danny Cruz is gonna have to get in his bag this fight. The Japanese card, bro. I didn't hear anyone in the morning really touch on it besides a couple callers. It's a fucking great card. I'm going with all the Japanese except fucking what's his name? Who's headlining that shit? Fucking Santiago. I think I have Santiago over homie, bro. That's the upset. I got Santiago for the upset this weekend. And this Canelo talk, bro. This is old news. This is like old news to me. This is Eddie Reynoso said this shit on Friday of last week, bro. I be dropping the interviews on the Discord, but nobody be fucking paying attention. Now they're all surprised. He said the same shit. Too many hands in the cookie jar. He's looking out for Canelo. He's at the tail end of his career, and he's protecting his fighter, bro. He's more than a manager. He's been with them since what? Like the age of 13? Trying to get all the money before he retires. Makes sense. I don't know why people are complaining. And that's crazy how much Canelo hate there is, bro. Like, none of these motherfuckers ever call in to talk about other fighters besides talk shit about one fighter. Like, I'm sorry for this language, but they got Canelo dick in their mouth, bro. It's like, what the fuck? You don't call to fucking talk about anything else but Canelo? Like, y'all are weird as fuck. That's all I got, bro. I don't really care.
Bell, Champy. Do
Have a
appreciate
good
you.
one.
You too, man. Thank you for waiting patiently. Not trying to keep anybody on hold. Obviously, there are dozens of callers. It's Canelo, the face of boxing. People love to hate. You know what I'm saying? So they know how to do it. And you got to call in if you want to hate. We got a counterpunch here from Beansman. My bad, champ. I'm alone. One man army here. You feel me?
Am I talking?
You are.
All right, good. Okay. So I've been listening all day, but I've been at work, so I haven't got to call in about the beginning show. I got Edgar. I got Edgar by KO, and I got Andy Cruz by points. And that dude that Andy Cruz is fighting, I mean, he ain't the best fighter, but I mean, he's tough. And like you kind of came to the conclusion earlier that he did go the distance with Fierros or whatever his name is. So, and he's highly ranked. So that's a decent fight for a guy who's 2-0. And then on this topic, I don't really care who Canelo fights. It's always going to be a pay-per-view party when Canelo fights. Hopefully, it's anybody but Charlo. I was all for Charlo getting the fight or whatever. I didn't really care too much about his being his brother and his brother got beat up, whatever. But when Charlo went live on the Turk and Caicos trip with his girlfriend Ness, it ruined it. Like, dude, if you're gonna fight Canelo, you need to be in pre-camp. You need to be ready. You need to be doing something besides getting drunk on jet skis. So I ain't feeling that Charlo shit right now. That shit's over with. That's over with in my book.
I'm
And
with you, man.
and also Ness, last thing, um, I know that you've been in Florida or whatever, so the schedule's been different. But I'm giving you a chance right now. That's why I paid to skip. I'm giving a chance right now for you to promote to somebody like me a reason why we should become a member for the betting show and for all the back scenes footage because I think I'm gonna start gambling this year consistently. And I seen some people talking earlier about Berlanga not getting a KO, but I think it's time for that KO to come around. And this dude, he's pretty gritty. So I wanted to pay $5 for you to promote yourself, especially the betting show, how consistent you're going to be with it this upcoming weeks. We got a bunch of fights coming up. Go ahead, Ness. Take the floor.
Yo, you funny, bro. What you mean promote myself? I'm lost
Because
here.
like promote the betting show because
It's
I'm
already
not
scheduled and everything. Like, yeah, nah, it's
no,
being.
but I know like how the betting shows work. Like how many people are tuned in? Are we taking advice from callers? Because I'm not really sure. Like y'all were talking earlier about there's money to be made this week. I'm trying to tap in this year. I'm trying to tap in, man. So I'm trying to give you a chance to get 15
Nah,
bucks out of me because the betting show's coming up.
Nah, for sure. Let me see, man. I ain't even look at the line yet, bro. It's
Like I'm just trying to
Wednesday.
see like how the betting show works, how like how like is there like a big crowd there? Like are people really serious behind the paywall, that type of thing, you
Oh
know?
yeah, yeah. There's no big eyes and little U's. We not there to have a pissing contest because we trying to help each other make money.
Yeah,
You know,
that's what I'm
so
saying because I know
it's
there's guys that
definitely
like you that you say that really gamble big. I know you're
yeah.
a guy that you'll put like a 6 leg parlay with $5, but like I'm thinking about betting like a
I
hundred
need to go
dollars on
back.
like
No,
Berlanga KO.
honestly, I need to go back to that because I've been betting a couple hundreds and fifties and all that dumb shit most recently. I
Well,
need to
that's
go
because all
back.
your favorite fighters been your
Yeah,
favorite people been fighting. They've been active. So, but
yeah.
like I was gonna saying, like I'm thinking like Berlanga KO, and I was gonna ask you like, do you kind of like how do you talk with the fans on there? Because I might want to parlay the Berlanga KO with Raymond Ford next week. He fights next week, and he's the underdog. So that's why I'm asking like, how much do you like talk to the fans on there?
Well, yeah,
Like how
no,
like much of it is like a group effort
it's
type of
just
thing?
like the show. It's just like the show. Like there's a live chat, and we certainly address every comment in the live chat because it's a members only show. And we take that into consideration. But honestly, that fucked me up on the Bilotti fight. You know, I start watching the chat. Somebody like, "Ooh, Bilotti gonna lose," and what happened? Bilotti won, and I was telling them that my betting crew done the research, and they didn't believe me. Instead, and that's what I said. Like, there's no big eyes and little U's, but that
Yeah,
day,
and that's another thing I wanted to ask because like I know you got like the betting group who like actually does the research. Like are you promoting like what they say? Like
of course.
are you like yeah okay? That's what I want to know because I just want to know what I'm getting into before I'm already a super chatter, a cash app. Now I gotta drop the $15. I wanna get a good preview. Next, I want to know I'm making my money back on these gambling.
Nah, for sure. I hear you, man. I hear you.
Okay.
You should be good, man.
All right. All right. If you see DSV Co become a member, just know your boy out here supporting Nets, man.
I hear you. Oh,
And
DSV Co. I ain't even know this was you. Okay.
yeah, I'm DSV Co. I'm Josh in Dallas. I'm
Yo, you got so
Josh
many
on Twitter.
names and beans, man.
I'm
What the fuck?
Beansman. Al Haymon, His Excellency Jr. All that type of stuff.
Damn.
You never know what you might get with me. I'm like P Diddy, except with all the molesting girls and shit. But we ain't going there. All right. But
All right.
I'm gonna become a member.
For sure. Appreciate you. Uh, damn, bro. I gotta watch my short. What I say here? Let me see this. Look, I'm getting hated on. What am I? Oh shit! What did I say here? This dude, some dude, some dude from Puerto Rico, out here tagging Sabril like, yo, the boxer voice hates you. Yo, these fucking dudes be hating, bruh. Like, yo, styles make fights. The motherfucker ain't gonna beat everybody in everybody's eyes. Why can't you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like him for this fight, not maybe like him for that fight. Like, damn. You dudes are terrible, man. James, what up, Atlanta?
Yo, Ness, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, hey man, shout out to Beansman, Al Heyman, Excellency Jr. and all that shit. That's wild, man, having all the fucking names, man. I don't even know how you keep up with that shit. But to the topic itself, if he was to fight Jaime Munguia, that means his business with Al Heyman is over with. That's why I presume. I don't think Al Heyman, kind of like what you said, would be sharing the pot. And also, man, like Haymon Munguia is not a bad fight. Like you compare Haymon Munguia's total body of work to even David Benavidez, is pretty comparable, except for the big wins that David had of recent. You know, Jaime has a pretty respectable resume, and his resume is actually better than Charlo. Like we could run down the list, man. You got Saddam Ali, Liam Smith, Toriano Johnson, Demetrius Ballard, Gabriel Rosado, and an honorable mention, sometimes he's used as a good opponent, Dennis Hogan. those are pretty good names on his fucking resume. So for people just saying that he's going to be a wash or he's just bringing up somebody up that doesn't have respect in boxing, that's bullshit. You know, he's actually done way more work than Boo Boo Andrade in the sport. Like, now since we're shitting on Boo Boo and he's never going to come on the show, let's talk about that, man. Like, bro, you compare Jaime's total body of work, man, to Boo Boo's, man. Does he even compare? I'm just
Do I
asking the
compare
question, man.
Jaime's total body of work to Boo Boo? Does it compare? I mean,
Does Jaime have a way better resume by miles compared to Boo Boo's?
Miles is tough, bro.
Like, my nigga, who is his Gabe Rosado on Boo Boo's resume? I'm just asking the
Willie
question here, bro.
Nelson?
And that's not even Jaime's
And
best win.
Willie Nelson might be way better of a win than the Gabe win because Willie Nelson beat undefeated Tony Harrison, who went on to beat unified, uh, or excuse me,
But
champion WBC champion Jamel Charlo.
true, but the upset win that Gabe had
Over
and the
over a
turnaround.
prospect, champ. No
Oh,
disrespect. Again, like
no
one dude beat a
disrespect, man.
champ.
And then turn around to be a fight of the year candidate in the next fight with Jaime. You got to give him some respect for that fight, man. You got to give him major respect for that fight. Well, shit. Who's his Saddam Ali? Has Boo Boo beat anybody at that level? Because Saddam Ali,
Has he
people
beat?
may not know.
Has he beat
Yeah,
a
cause some,
welterweight moving up?
yeah,
Maybe he beat a welterweight moving up. I would have to check.
but he was actually good though, because he turned around and still beat Miguel Cotto later on. Even
Um,
even though that was still near the end of Cotto, but that was still a good win. I'm just saying, man. Like you low key, man. Jaime putting in some good work, man, over the years. That's all I'm saying, man. So I don't have no problem with it. His name's ringing more bells than Charlo, and it probably would do good money, man. I see how you were saying like the Cowboy Stadium. That would be ideal for a fight like that, man. You know, especially with the no state taxes and all this and that, they'll make a lot of money. And I think they're probably thinking outside of the Al Haymon box for trying to do that. And I figured that you're gonna save that other topic for tomorrow morning show. But what's your thoughts on that, man? Like Barclay, like nigga, neutral ground could have been Atlanta, Georgia, or Miami, or some shit like that, man. Other place we want to travel to, but I'm not sure about going to Brooklyn in April though, man. Cause it still be cold. It could still be cold up there in New York. Ain't that the reason why you moved from down south anyway
mm-hmm.
into the west? Yeah, man. I don't know about that, man. Like that site fee has to be ridiculous. But either way it goes, man, the market, the betting show, and everything that the community has to offer. You got a good community of people. You got knowledgeable boxing fans. You got strong. You got man. We'll take you into the back call. We pretty much become a family throughout this show. So I mean, if you want to invest in it just only for the betting show, that's cool. But when you become a part of this TVV community, man, like Ness and everybody always says, it's TVV for life. Ness, I'm out, man. Salute to you and salute to the TVV family. I'll catch you on the next one.
Appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you. We got Ortiz.
Yo, what's up, Ness?
What's happening?
You know, this Munguia talks. I like it. You know, I definitely like it better than Charlo. I definitely agree with Al Heyman that I think it sells better Mexico versus Mexico. But I'm just at a loss because I don't know Munguia's situation. Is he contractually obligated to the zone where he's maybe not allowed to fight in the PBC banter? So I'm just a little confused on that, how that would work. I don't know. Like now, there's reports saying Charlo was not the guy to get me next. Charlo even came out saying that he hasn't even talked to Al. So I'm like out of the loss. I don't know who Canelo's fighting in May. So it's just kind of weird now. So it's just kind of like I feel like its situation's kind of all messed up. So I think it's like Canelo said, it's definitely not Well, he's ruled out a couple people like Bud, Munguia. He even ruled out Munguia, so I'm just like at a loss. So who's gonna fight? I mean, who you think? Who do you think he's gonna fight, Ness? In your heart of hearts, who do you think it's gonna be?
The Mexican monster, baby.
For real, you think so?
Hell yeah.
I mean, yeah, I heard your other um your show you were talking about that, but didn't you see that report from what's his name? Benavidez's manager? What's his name? Saxis Lukowitz, right? Didn't he come out saying that he got notified that the fight wasn't gonna happen?
I don't believe him. I seen him at Pro Box Wednesday, Friday, when the Poochie
Yeah, it
got
was
the.
on Probax.
Yeah, I was there. I told him I don't believe him to his face in front of his wife. He's
Oh,
my
for
friend.
real?
I was talking to him this morning, actually. That guy is
So why
actually
would you think he
a
lied?
really nice guy. Why do I think he's lying?
Yeah.
Because
Or why would he lie though?
because he couldn't give me an answer. You know, it's the same thing I've told all of you guys. When has Canelo made a bad business decision, bro? He just don't make bad business decisions. You or no one can convince me that Canelo and his team think we about to fight this dude and make whatever amount of money. You can't convince people that's not the same person. Now, you know, if it happens, I'm here to eat my crow. It ain't no biggie to me. But I just can't believe he that dumb.
I mean, I hope you're right, Ness. I really hope you're right
I
that
mean,
he's
it's simple. Are
fucking
you
lying.
are you paying to watch Jamal?
Are you saying would I pay to watch Jamal?
Yeah.
Hell no.
And me
No,
neither. Me neither.
no, no,
And
no.
I've never said that. I'm not like that, but I'm not paying for that. The dude is literally in church in Caicos. I follow him. I follow his wife. He's in church in Caicos. Yesterday they
Yeah,
posted a
yeah,
video of him drunk. Like, I'm not paying for that. I got
yeah,
kids, bro. I got a lot of kids too. I'm not paying for that
yeah.
shit.
And I'm just wondering how that would work though. Would Munguia be allowed to fight in the PBC banner? I mean, I don't know. I'm sure you know his situation
I
better than I
mean,
do.
I don't know. Last I checked, Ryan Garcia was promoted on the PBC, and the Zone was able to distribute the pay per view. So maybe they can do a deal like that. But
Yeah,
I just
that's
can't
true. But
believe that Al is about to
not all
share
fights can do
money
that
with
though. You gotta
Munguia.
admit that. Not all fights are like, or at least not. I mean, not like yeah. Not all fights are like that. Where like you say with the Ryan Garcia, that's a special fight where all the fights want. I mean, sorry, all the fans wanted it. But I mean, not impossible, but yeah, I mean, it's just all confusing. Like I just said, Sans Lucas came out saying, he got reports or he got told that it wasn't going to happen this year. Then, just all this fucked up situation. So, I don't know who he fights, and I hope you're right. Fuck, I want to see the Benavidez. Everyone wants to see the Benavidez. So that's a fight to make. That is the fight to make. I know Canelo's like picking and choosing who he wants to fight, but to me, if he fights Benavidez and no matter what happens, I feel like he could fight whoever the fuck he wants after that fight.
Yeah, but
The
that's
fight
just
that you
you,
see
man.
happen.
That's just you. But
I mean,
that
yeah,
was the
but
bell. But he's heard that. What you just said, he's heard that 5 times. Man, if he just fights Trout, man, he could do what he want. Man, if he just fights Floyd, he could do what he want. Man, if he just fights Laura, he could do what he want. Man, if he just fight Cotto, he could do what he want. Man, if he just fight Gennady, he could do what he want. Man, if he just rematch Gennady, man, I swear, he could do what he want. Nah. He ducking Jacobs, man. He gotta fight Jacobs, man. Then he could do what he want. Please, man. You guys are hilarious. Josh, what up?
¡Viva México, cabrones!
Am I on this?
You are on this.
All right. So, like, to the caller who called after me, I mean, I've been part of the community. If Ness just goes through his DMs, we've been talking for like 3 years. I've been part of the community. I just wanted Ness to promote his betting show. Like, me and Danny be
talking off show. We be studying hard as fuck. We know that the zone giving y'all these hardcore shows, but look, we know these guys. I just wanted Ness to say some shit like that, but he still got the what is it, Ness? The champion status out of me. Became a member. But I just wanted Ness to say some shit like that.
I'm sorry,
Really
but yeah,
good.
I mean, you know that we hardcore champ. Like, I watch all the shit, so you know.
No, I know, but it was
Nah,
just for you
I
just to.
certainly do research. I certainly do tape. I call trainer friends, ask their advice, find out about sparring, like anything that we have access to, we try to use it. We trying to beat the bookies here, man.
And also, I'm a big PBC guy, but you've been preaching this the zone lately. They have been giving you value for your subscription, whether it's good fights or not. They just had fights on Tuesday.
They had fights on
They got
yesterday. Shout
fights.
out to Andre Holmes who got that knockout.
Yep.
Holmes.
And I just wanted Ness to say, like, we didn't do a betting show about that, but in the future, the zone's giving us plenty of stuff to make money on. We're gonna be on top of it, right, Ness?
I mean, it's difficult. I ain't going front, bro, because Pro Box puts they fights on, and don't get me wrong. One week we did do a double betting show, right? Like one on a Tuesday or Wednesday morning or Wednesday afternoon, and then a Friday because there was Pro Box fights that Wednesday. So we do that. There are months where you're gonna get 6 betting shows depending on the fights, though. Every week ain't a betting week, man. We not degenerate gamblers for sure. Like there's gotta be something there to make money. It's not just I don't risk, man. I'm not a gambler. I'm a bettor. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not out here trying to take risks just to satisfy some sort of gambling need. That I don't have a gambling itch. I'm trying to make money on, the fact that sometimes the bookies get it wrong. We know certain fighters, you know, like that.
Yeah, I just had the counterpunch for that. If Ness just like looks through his catalog or whatever, he'll see that I'm a profound super chatter.
Nah, man, we appreciate you and your support. No offense taken, and don't take any. Um, we are going out, and don't nobody get desperate. We going there, everybody. Look, there's a line. Ain't nothing we can do, but we getting down that line, going to everybody. You know. And up next, it looks like we got Damien with the $2 cash app. He says, "You're right. I see what you're trying to say. My bad, champ. Salute to you." We got AC. What up?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, man, it looked like the night show lit tonight, man. I ain't gonna lie. Me personally, bro, I kind of feel like you, man. I call cap on this shit, man. For real, bro. Man, a couple months ago, they was talking about Canelo was fighting Carlos Adames, and people was running with that shit. So, only thing I can see is don't nobody know what's going on until the man actually say some shit. If the dude actually does fight Jamal Charlo, that's some bullshit. That's a bad fight. I ain't paying for that shit. I don't know who would, but I mean, then again, you never know. It probably is a lot of people who will convince themselves that he was ducking Jamal Charlo. So who knows? But I ain't with that shit, and I don't really think that fight gonna happen next, man. I think them people just talking. Then again, then the WBC dude, Mauricio, just have a quote coming out a couple days ago talking about them dudes is in negotiations, man. Let them dudes negotiate. And Samson and Suleiman, whatever the other guy name is, Benavidez promoter, just trying to get a check. You know what I mean? Trying to get the most money for his boy. That might be what's going on, man. They trying to get more money out of that fight, man. That might be what that is. Benavidez want a bigger check. They trying to throw out all these names to put more pressure on the boy. I ain't mad at it if that's the case. But I don't think he fighting Jamal. I still think we get the Benavidez fight. And if he fight anybody else but Benavidez in May, That's some bullshit. I ain't trying to see Jamal. I really ain't even trying to see Munguia like that. Munguia needs to fight Jamal, and then I'll watch the winner. But nah, Benavidez, that's the next fight until proven otherwise. But that's all I got, man.
Appreciate you. Burrow City E. Burrow City E. Bo Rogers.
Yo,
Yo, yo.
what's good? What's good? Yeah. So I think this is what I think. Canelo might just not be worth as much as we think he is. You know, y'all gonna hate on whoever he fight if they a PBC fighter. So might as well let him fight McGill. But and I really won't be losing nothing. Just letting the test the market to see just how much is you really worth, Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Cause like if he leave from the PBC and go fight somewhere else, how much more money is he really gonna be able to make? Without somebody having to lose money for him. And I think a smart businessman, would really consider that. Like, why spend that much money on Canelo to fight anybody, and it might not do no more than about 700,000 pay per view. When you can get the guys that's dedicated to PBC like Keith Thurman and Tim Zoo, they might do a sneaky 300,000-400,000 pay per view, and they ain't got no guarantees, but they gonna come off good if that fight do good and they do a good gate. Canelo, his the type of money him and Terrence Crawford want should be guaranteed, and they really ain't guaranteed to make the money back. So they really not even good investments anymore. So if I was Al Haymon, I just let him go. Let Eddie Hearn and the Sheik overpay for him. They ain't worried about making no profit off of him. And I'm glad you said that if Jamal and Canelo fight, you're gonna stream it, because that made me feel like it's okay to stream, you know what I'm saying? Because I sure don't want to buy that Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia. I'm hoping like hell that ain't on no pay per view.
Nah,
Cause I'm gonna have
you gotta not pay for what you don't want, man. Like I don't buy food I don't like ever.
yeah, but
The
see you
only
messing up.
the
But
only
but
time the
y'all,
only
but
time
see,
that ever happens to me is when I'm trying something new, and
yeah,
this
but I
ain't
don't want. I
that.
don't. But see, I don't like to hear you say that though, because
No, I
you an
mean
influ- you an influencer,
I'm
and you got a
also
lot of people.
yeah, PBC
I'm gonna do
influenced
what
me.
I'm gonna do what I'm gonna
PBC
do. I'm gonna do
PBC
what I'm gonna.
influenced me. That's the bell. PBC influenced me to change my ways. PBC influenced me to change my ways, and not just PBC though. Boxing. It's over. That buy everything just cause it's a tax write off. Nah. If that shit ain't worth my money, I ain't getting my money. You feel me? It's just that simple. We have to take charge. The excess of pay-per-views isn't fair. Like, look at what you said. You so brainwashed, and it's sad, man, because as a boxing fan, I want to love you, but you like, oh, we might do a sneaky 300-400. Like, Tim Zoo and Keith Thurman don't, it shouldn't be on pay-per-view for us. Like, pay-per-view should be reserved for marquee fights. For David Benavidez and Canelo. You know, so when you get mad that I'm an influencer and you shouldn't be saying that, you also an influencer. When you call in here, you influencing the people that are listening to you. Stone Bone, what up?
What up? What up? What up? Yeah, man.
Chilling.
Yeah. Hey, but one thing that
I see the greats always. They always create another guy. I remember Floyd used to say that when I would get rid of this dude, they'll build up somebody else, and it's okay. It's a comeback sport. I guess they need to keep building up rivals to say, you know, what I mean, Canelo needs to fight this guy or didn't fight that guy. And one thing we know for certain, Ness, at 168, if you was a champion, who fought you?
Canelo.
Who lost their belt more than once with an opportunity to face a Canelo? Like at some point, we got to start holding.
Benavidez.
Yeah, I like Benavidez a lot. I don't want it to sound petty or nothing like he not held accountable, but the fans who are against Canelo is not holding Benavidez accountable. If Benavidez was holding the WBC title and was disciplined and didn't get popped for the candy in his nose and not making weight and things like that, his own discipline hurt him. Not one, what they say, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. He had two different chances to basically bait Canelo in like Caleb Plant did. Caleb Plant turned down the fight Ness and then doubled back because he had the belt and Canelo was on a mission. So, David, you should have kept your belt. Fighting the Tyrone Davises and the Ronald L. Them guys didn't. Listen, I give you credit for the Boo Boo fight, but Boo Boo best days was at 54. So if Canelo don't want to fight a real 75 and a real 68, but he lost to the who many people think is the number one or number two. Let's not even dispute it. He's number one or two at 75, and that's Bivol, right? But Canelo don't want to fight a real 75. He knocked out a multi-time light heavyweight champion in Kovalev, a real light heavyweight champion, knocked him out. Like, he beat Smith, he beat Caleb. Like, that division. So, I don't know, Ness, man. I'm kind of lost today, too. And I used to be hard on Canelo, but once my favorite fighter came to that position of that nonstop darts, I start to see what Canelo feeling, man. And guys, calm down. We need to tell David, keep your head up, man. Keep your nose clean and just keep fighting. That's all you can do. Like, nobody took nothing from you. You lost it on your own. Nobody stripped you of the title. You lost it on your own. So, guys, it's okay. Canelo, he can do what he want to do. He been doing it. He going to keep doing it. And if you don't think somebody else got a bag for him, look at how many people are trying to do some business now. So, all right, man. And when is 700, 800,000 is chump change now, Ness? Like 700, 800,000 pay-per-views is chump change now.
I
This
don't
shit
know.
is crazy.
That last caller, his name was Bo Rogers. He said Al can't make a return. I'm like, God damn, because I thought 700,000 pay-per-views was way over 60 mil.
And
I'm gonna have to do the math
pay-per-view. We ain't
now.
talking about
We ain't talking about the $20 million gate.
$20 million. You talking about $100 million. So the day that the fighter start to get what he deserves, like they can't make a return. It's him fighting. They're not putting up a lot of money doing anything else. His name. So if you're gonna pay me on the back end, I should get the whole 100 then. If Al don't want to pay that man 35 up front, give him his whole 100 on the back end then. That's how you handle that. All right, Ness.
So 700,000 pay-per-view buys is 56 million, and that doesn't include gate sponsorships and endorsements. Borough City E. I mean,
Oh shit, my shit was muted the whole fucking time. I thought I had to come in and come back out. But yeah, man, I'm calling in, bro. Like I hear a lot of niggas on Canelo. You know, I've been listening at both shows today, and you know, I'm letting both sides go. I ain't really step in the middle, but I be seeing this shit on the regularness, man. Like two things could be true. Canelo got a swerve or two. That don't take away from the fact he got a better resume and fought more legacy fights than the rest of these niggas. Hell, I wish these niggas would take a more clearing of the division type fights, man. Like you can say what you want. I don't like. Why I'm gonna even say I don't like Canelo? 'Cause I do kind of like him. I take that back. I can't even say that. One thing you can say about the man, he got more legacy fights than everybody in the sport right now combined. You can say whatever you want to say about him. He got more under his belt than anybody else. And this ain't even me defending him. This me wishing the rest of these niggas to start clearing the division they goddamn self, man. It don't be no reason for these niggas to stall and take bullshit fight after bullshit fight. And this ain't even really in the defense of Canelo, because like you can't really say you can say whatever you want. I ain't never been really big on Andre. I wanted him to fight Jamal, but Jamal caught mental illness. I don't know if he would have fought him when he stayed hot. So it's Jamal's fault for not being in position. Other than that, I mean, hell, he done fought every goddamn body. You know what I mean? Hell, these niggas need to quit waiting on Canelo and need to be thirsty as hell like Devin trying to fight, like Devin and Ryan, and they need to start fighting each other, man. It's as simple as that. Charlo, we should have been out for so long. We kept hearing about Charlo and Canelo. We should have been started screaming Charlo and David Benavidez. You know what I mean? We gotta start putting these fighters in positions where there ain't gonna be no duck talk.
We did that for a long time, and Charlo came up with a million excuses, and people, don't care that he didn't want to fight David. Remember?
And yeah, I remember, and I know, and I came up. I came up. Well, no, I wasn't on him, but I was on Blue Blood. But I was talking shit about Charlo when he did that whole ass shit. Like you was chasing Canelo because you felt like you were slightly the bigger man. You had the size advantage, but when a nigga your size a bigger roll on you, you ain't had that same energy. Caleb Plant slapped the shit out you. You should have been begging Al Haymon for that fight. It should we shouldn't even be talking about Jamal and Charlo. This man put hands on you outside the ring in front of your old lady. You know what I mean? Like it got to be pressure on all these fighters. Everybody, picking and choosing, black and white, Mexican, whatever the fuck. Man, for me, a duck is a duck, man. Like the reason I don't get on Canelo as much as I get on Tank ass because at least Canelo got a few of them. But one thing about it,
That's the bell, champ, and his hella callers still left. Majimbe. Majimbe. Gotta unmute. Gotta unmute.
Nas, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
My bad, bro. Yo, quick question. So I don't think Chava follows Maul because he's out here saying that Canelo's insisting to fight Jamal, but yet Maul's not acting like Canelo's insisting to fight him out here asking for money. Because if Canelo is really saying Maul's the guy, I don't think he's out here begging for fucking to get on the show so he could buy a 6-pack. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
The Aiden Ross audio was crazy.
Insane. But and then Chava is a hater. He's always been a hater of Canelo. We know this, and he's always like, Canelo's never going to be as big as Chavez because Chavez came and really fought. Like he wants Canelo to have that Mexican rivalry or that trilogy, and bro, he's not going to give that to him. So Chavez just hating, and he's trying to put pressure to have this fight happen. That's not it. I don't think that is Benavidez. Something in the back of my mind just keeps on telling me that it is Bud, and then Benavidez for the last one, just in case he loses, they force the rematch. So that's the way that I see it. It's a possibility, but also New York is wreck, so 420 is gonna be insane. Hopefully you coming out here. Fight party? Come on, bro. Why are you doing that to us, B?
Actually, yes, we but the thing is, I don't know now. Like honestly, we were booking locations in Vegas. We were going back to the same theater we had. Like now we don't know.
Yeah, New York City, B, the greatest city in the world.
Yo, imagine renting out one of them Lower East Side theaters.
Bro. Insane. I'm telling you, it's gonna, 420 in New York City is always crazy. But big fight on 420, It's just there's something about that, man. It's something special. But Ness,
Bro,
that's my call,
nah,
brother.
you
Have a great
right.
night.
I. Oh shit, he did give me an idea. Guess who runs a bar in New York? Mr. Two Times. All right, I'll give you a hint. Fighting out of the red corner. Ow! Haymon. Haymon. Mr. Two Times?
Oh shit, you're right. With the dreads. What the fuck is his name? With the
Diamante.
dreads.
Diamante.
Oh, Diamante.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
He does have that
and
ball.
and I don't got the
And
best
cigar lounge.
relationship with him, but I do with Serafina, who runs the bar.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
bro! I'm telling you, things are
But
falling
you know
into
how it
place,
is
man.
though. You know how it is. If that fight's pay per view is gonna be almost impossible because pay per views in bars are super expensive.
Crazy expensive. Crazy expensive. All right, brother. Well, you already know. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Smoke up. I'm about to do my nightcap myself. So I'll talk to you.
Appreciate you, champ. Glad to have you back on a consistent basis again, man. Shout out to Majimbe. We got Leo H Town.
What up, H-Town, baby? Hey, Ness, our Canelo haters the dumbest boxing fans ever. Cause you guys are stupid. How you talking about the little guy is the big guy? He's not he ain't fighting natural 168 pounders. Man, what are you talking about? Like David Benavidez is a cruiserweight naturally. If we went back to the morning of the fight weigh-ins, 90% of your fighters wouldn't be fucking running the division they're in. Canelo probably be the only one still in his division because it became a trend about 12 years ago where cutting weight became a big science with all these nutritionists, which has all these fighters now cutting down 30 to 40 pounds to have an advantage in the ring against smaller guys. I mean, these guys are dumb, man. I mean, they're acting like Canelo's the one cutting 20, 30, 40 pounds to barely make 168, man. And then they're talking about what 600, 700, 800,000 pay-per-view buys is not money. Man, that's $100 million fight if that's what it's going. And plus the sponsors, all that, probably $150 million. You know, these guys are dumb. I don't understand. Just say I don't like Canelo. That's all you got to say. I don't like Canelo. Don't try to put any logic to it. Just say I don't like Canelo, and that's that. You know, it's crazy as people saying, "Oh, I don't like Floyd because he's running." No, Floyd wasn't running. Floyd was ducking, dodging, and hitting you. You know, he was sticking and moving. He wasn't running. Running is what Jermaine Ortiz did. That was running. What Shakur did. That was running. You know, when you throw 50, 60 punches a whole fucking fight, that's running. These are stupidness. I don't know what's going on with boxing fans these days, man. Just say you don't like somebody and stand on your square. I don't like them. That's it. Don't come up with no bullshit reason and go on a 2-hour study and you don't make no sense. That's it.
All right, champ. All right. Jersey Bob.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been hearing you change your opinion because you really got me to start buying more the pay-per-views. But I know you changed your opinion, but you're right, man. You can't have Tim Zoo fight Keith Thurman and put that on pay-per-view, man. Try and make people pay for that, man. Boxing fans they gotta make a stand. And if Canelo fights Charlo, nobody should buy that. Come on, man. Charlo. Like you said, you just heard the guy, man. He drunk. When he's supposed to be getting off the alcohol, the man he got mental issues, got alcohol problem. You can't put that guy in the ring. And if they do put him in the ring, nobody should support that. So you're right, man. The fans have got to make a stand with these pay-per-views and stop supporting. And otherwise, boxing never going to change. So, I don't know. Are you going to stream it? Nessa, yeah, I know you haven't streamed yet. Are you going to stream it?
Well, I gotta see what gets announced for sure. Um, but if it's Charlo and Canelo, yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna stream or just not watch it and wait for the
It's
free
not watch.
version. Wait for the free version or the highlights, because again, Canelo Charlo, what am I gonna miss, bro? It's an identical brother. Like, what am I supposed to be missing here?
Nothing. I mean, if Heyman puts that on, man, these PBC lovers, they can't keep saying this man's a genius. If he thinks that's a good fight, man, he obviously is not a genius. If he thinks that's a good fight, putting Charlo up in there, the other brothers. So we'll see what he does. But like I said, you start your first pay-per-view, Keith Thurman to Tim Zoo on a new network, man. That's ridiculous. That's telling you don't know what you're doing. You're supposed to make a big splash. And then we're gonna see who you gonna put Tank in with. That's the next one. That's who you think Tank gonna fight.
I mean, they're saying the end of June, end of May, early June, and only logical thing could be Rayo or Frank Martin, right?
I mean, that's to me, it's not good fights. I mean, come on. But we gonna see. But yeah, like you said, hopefully you leading the charge, man. We these bad pay-per-views, we have to make a stand. No more paying for bad pay-per-views. Like you said, that's all we gonna get boxing to change. But all right, Ness, have a good one.
All right. Uh, Big Gucci Nick. Big Gucci Nick. We got Mike in the meantime. I think Gucci Nick fell asleep on the way. Mike on Twitter, unmute. All right, Mike, we're going to the next person. Bullsworth.
Esther,
What up?
um, after Canelo fights whoever he fights, do you think he's gonna want that smoke with Bivol and Better Beef?
Who?
Canelo, after he fights whoever he fights, is he gonna fight the winner of Bivol Better Beef?
Whoa. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Is Tank gonna fight? Boots. Like this. What I'm saying. This guy gets these Mount Everest tasks and challenges, while not that is not expected from everyone else. I don't know, man. Don't get me wrong. I was one of those guys that thought he would fight Better Beef and not Bivol. I thought he would go for the older guy, but that power is super duper real.
Yeah, I just feel like there's some unfinished business with him and Bivol. Just for his legacy. I mean, the loss with Floyd. It's not because Floyd is Floyd, but like I feel like he can get it back with Bivol. You know what I mean?
I mean, again, And so it's totally up to him, man. For me, he could walk away from the Bivol rematch. You know, you had no business up there. He only did the Bivol fight because, again, people never give him credit for what he does. So when he beat Kovalev, they said he was an alcoholic. So he tried to beat Bivol.
For sure, man. Do you think that might affect his ego though when if he retires like that?
If he retires without fighting Bivol,
Yeah, getting it back.
I mean, he said he got 5 more years, so I'm assuming he probably is gonna fight Bivol, but yeah, I doubt it's gonna affect his ego, man. I mean, have y'all seen his boat? Let me Google this guy's boat because I keep saying it, but I don't think y'all have seen it. Like, I don't. I mean, the dude's making 35 million minimum per fight. Like, I don't think anything is gonna hurt his ego at this point.
Yeah. So you do think that like even if he was to fight him again, he would lose that? You think like physically like he wouldn't beat Bivol?
Say that again. I'm sorry. I got a side text.
You think that Bivol has his number pretty much if they were to fight
Uh,
again?
I wouldn't say that just yet. You know what I mean? We got to give him and Eddie an opportunity to go in there with a new game plan. They study the tape. You know, they went at Bivol without being in the ring with him. Now they got an opportunity to be in the ring. And they never demonstrated that they were afraid of the rematch. They've always talked about the rematch. The rematch didn't happen because A, Bivol wanted a certain amount of money, and he actually wanted to go to 68. Canelo did not want to do it at 68 because, again, he didn't want people to discredit him and say you're bringing him down. That is the bell. Champ Tip, what up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man, I'm got a problem. Call before last. You know, we gotta stop complaining about pay-per-views. All right, I know. Sometimes we want bottom motherfuckers, but every fight ain't gonna be what you expect, bro. Like I said before, we gotta stop shitting on fights, bro. Like certain fights, like we really gotta stop shitting on fights. Cause this fights out here that y'all motherfuckers in the boxing community have clamored for so much that they didn't even meet the potential of what you expected, bro. Honestly speaking, like let's just take this Tank and Ryan fight for example. Like these dudes supposed to be quote unquote the full kings, but the performances didn't even match. You know what I'm saying? Their standard of what they are supposed to be, even with the body and Smith shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was just a one-sided fight. Like none of these like that's they were
You
calling this
sound
shit
horrible,
Hagler.
man. You sound horrible, FYI, man. If you're trying to make a point, you sound
Hold up, Ken.
horrible. Yeah, we hear you, but again, it sounds like you in the wind or you got a bad
Nah,
Bluetooth.
nah, nah. I have my ski mask on. No, no, no. What I'm saying is like people claiming for these fights so much, but they never beat the expectation. Like, bro, people wanted Ryan versus Tank. That didn't even meet the what I'm saying the expected potential of a great fight. Like Ryan went down one knee, didn't even make it competitive. The Spence Buzz shit that wasn't even competitive. It was just a one sided fight. Like bro, they called that shit Hagler Hearns for about a whole fucking year before they even fought. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we complain about these pay-per-views, but sometimes these fights end up being better than what the fuck y'all claiming for an entire fucking year. Like, it doesn't make sense. And I'm not just saying that because of keeping Zoo. No, it's plenty of other fights too that could just be better than you know what I'm saying than what you think it is, bro. Like right now, like Canelo, he got options, right? Possibly Boo Boo could be an option. I wouldn't be mad if Canelo fought Boo Boo. I still think that's a great fight. Even with the performance that Boo Boo had against David, Boo Boo showed me something just with that little bit that he had in the fight. He came to fight. Boo Boo didn't come to run. He came to actually fucking fight. And he stood in the pocket with David. You know what I'm saying? Like that's still a great fight at the end of the day. Anytime these dudes mix it up, it's going to be a great fight. But it might not always meet the expectation that you had. You know what I'm saying? I just think, I know I could be a troll sometimes and shit on fights. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, everything ain't gonna meet the expectation that we think it's gonna be. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that's my call, man. We gotta stop that shit.
All right, champ. Rafael, what up? Rafael? All right. Hawk.
Yeah.
You.
Yes. What's up, Chad? How you feeling today? On your
Chilling,
second
chilling.
second go round. Oh man, so with the is Munguia that's what they talking about, or you just saying that's what they thinking?
Say again, you went in and out.
Oh my bad. I said, are you saying that he's talking about fighting Munguia?
Yes, the report from Salvador Rodriguez is that he is back talking about Munguia, and that, excuse me, no, the report from Salvador Rodriguez is that Al Haymon only wants to pay 35 million for Munguia, and Canelo only wants to fight Charlo.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Canelo wants
allegedly.
to fight Charlo?
No, allegedly, man, allegedly. This is a reporter
Oh,
saying this.
okay, okay, yeah. But Charlo, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Canelo, yeah, it's got to be the report. I mean, he got to be seeing everything we see, right? I mean, got somebody here to the street. This dude is really out chilling and drinking and chilling. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, he got somebody here to the street in his camp. So I don't know about that one, but yeah, I mean, I'm with Canelo fighting whoever, but I mean, Charlo just ain't ready. If he now that's for May 4th. Now that's a joke. I hope not. Anyway, what about you know, he was in talks with Badu Jack at one point.
Yeah, there was talks about a
Don't he
catch
got a
weight at
belt?
190. Nah, no, he don't.
Oh, he don't got it no more. Oh, he never did. He didn't beat the other one that Canelo was talking about fighting was Kabu, the light was that the cruiserweight champ.
Makabu.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he vacated that belt already. He like champion in recess or no champion at all. He ain't got nothing.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to maybe see something, maybe something over, in the bigger weight divisions. I damn sure don't want to see him fight the one he lost to. That ain't worth it. He ain't beating that guy. That guy already got a fight lined up anyway. What's that? Uh the Russian he got a fight for undisputed. So yeah, but nah, man, I really don't know on that one. Then I hope you don't fight Charlo though. Well, he not. Al ain't trying to get him the bread to fight him anyway, so that ain't gonna happen. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what they saying, that if he want to fight Charlo, there's no money for that.
Yeah, they're not gonna get that money back on that one. I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, yeah, I don't got much on this one. I hope you don't fight Charlo though. Charlo chilling somewhere. All
Word.
right,
Church and Cake
later,
House.
boss.
Chilling.
Right, later.
All right. Mike, back at you. Mike, gotta take it off mute. Mute.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Ines, just wanted to say, man, I always enjoy the show, so I really appreciate you being on these, long hours and shit. I'll be at work or wherever, and I'm always listening to you. But anyways, I don't know, man. I mean,
Canada?
I wanted to. No, I'm from Bronzeville,
From where?
Texas,
Oh,
Texas,
Texas.
Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't want Canelo versus Charlo. I hope that's not the thing. He specifically did say Canelo said it was specifically not a Mexican. So I'm hoping that it is Benavides, but I don't know, man. You know what I mean? And I was going to ask you a question. I'm sure you already saw it, and you spoke about this, and I don't want to get off topic. Just a quick question. Did you see that Ryan Garcia said that for his press conference, he's going to have a teammate? And who do you think that might be? He said, "Don't miss it. I have a teammate. I have a teammate with me, or something like that."
A teammate? Nah, I don't know. But
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what's up.
Go
They
go to it.
promoting. They promoting. That's what they need to do. I have no
Yeah, go
clue.
go
I don't even know what that means. What does
go to his
teammate mean in
Instagram.
boxing?
Yeah, go to his Instagram, and on the story he put something like that. Hey, don't miss it. You won't regret it. Something like that, right? And then he posted, "I got a teammate" or some shit like that.
Mm.
But anyways,
Earl
man, that's
Spence?
I just
Earl
wanted to say.
Spence? Maybe he's going to be taking his stable mate, Earl Spence, out in public finally?
Nah, I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, nah, I don't think it was Spence. And I've been trying to think about it, like, what the hell is he talking about, right? So, like you said, they're promoting, and I want to see what he's talking about. Look, I'm interested in that fight because there's no rehydration clause, no,
Oh, it
135 or
says
136-pound limit.
a new teammate.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about, though.
Yo, you know what would be funny? I'm gonna say it before they do it, and this one would be funny if Ryan
But
if Ryan finds Church and has Church at the press conference. We haven't seen Church with Haney in a while. You know how
oh
Floyd,
shit,
you know how Floyd hired Ariza when he fought Pacquiao, who was Pacquiao's.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's just to fuck with your head. So I don't know. Hopefully Ryan is that slick.
that's gonna be a good fight, man. Because like I said, look, they're fighting at 140, no rehydration clause, no weight limit or the 136-pound weight limit, all that crap. I think it's gonna be a good fight. I still think Haney was gonna beat his ass, but it's gonna be a good fight while it lasts.
Mm.
But anyways, that's all I got, Nez. I appreciate your the show, man, and I always crack up with everything. You know what I mean? With you guys. But thank you, man. You guys have a good night.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for rocking out with us. Late night, man. Late night. Yeah, man, I'm screen sharing it here. He says, I have a surprise for New York during the press conference. A new teammate. And that's a strange word to use, teammate. Not stablemate, teammate. So I will say, since he used the word teammate, it could still be what do you call it? Like a new trainer, an assistant, something like that. Maybe a strength and conditioning coach. I don't know. I don't know. Something like that. Rafael trying you the third time. Tercera vez.
What's going on, Ness?
What up with you?
Chilling, chilling. Nothing. In regards to teammate, imagine if he has someone from Lomachenko's team.
Mm.
That may kind of cause
I mean, are
some.
you really about to change trainers again?
No, no, no. It's not about changing trainers. It's just meaning having someone from that camp in there. That might kind of stir up things, knowing how controversial
Who?
that fight
Who though?
was.
Papachenko is the only thing that's gonna stir up
Nah,
things. Who?
nah,
Nobody
nah,
else
nah,
is
nah.
popular. Is either Loma or Papachenko the most popular?
Yeah, I don't know, but regarding this whole Canelo thing, I've been listening and watching to a lot of like Mexican media, including like some channels, and they're really going hard at Canelo because they're pretty much saying like, listen, man, like you fucking want to go fight a drunk and you still want to get paid, like what the fuck is that about, like, and even that, and this is not me saying, that's pretty much what's coming out of their mouth is like, and even putting Munguia there, yeah, I would take that fight out of 10 times out of 10, I'm gonna take Munguia as opposed to Charlo, because Charlo's a fucking drunk, is having a lot of issues. But a year ago, people were practically shitting on Munguia. Like a lot of the Canelo fans are shitting on Munguia, talking about he hasn't really stepped up his competition. And when you compare Benavidez and Munguia, like Benavidez, like Canelo practically just said that Benavidez hasn't done anything. He's beaten one or two champions, and that's it. But what about Munguia? It's practically the same thing. But outside for that, is anyone gonna give Rick Glazier a little bit of his credit back since everybody shitted on him for almost a week?
Nah, we certainly said it in the beginning of the show, and then Drew called in and rubbed it in people's face. And I've been saying it for like the past week. You know, he's being right more and more.
Yeah, I mean the only thing, and you can look at it this way. Maybe that whole announcement that Canelo had, maybe that was kind of like him telling, negotiating with PBC. Hey, listen, if you guys don't get me what I want, I'm gonna make a big announcement and walk. And Al probably called him, hey, like, listen, we're gonna get you your money, and he announced something else. So you never know how these negotiations kind of come up, especially now that leak is probably from Canelo's camp, kind of bumping again and saying, hey, listen, I'm gonna walk if you guys don't get me my money, because originally the plan was for me to fight Jermall, and you guys kind of switched it on me with Jermell. I got laughed at because no one gave me credit for it. Like you guys presented me certain amount of fighters on the contract. I need to get paid for whatever it is. Now, the PBC or Al Haymon, to save face, they're saying like, listen, we know that if we put Jermall out there, that's financial ruin right there. So for them to pretty much put Jermall in there, that's not gonna get any numbers back, in terms of investment for Canelo. So that's a hard pill to swallow. Honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen with the PBC, but that's my call, Ness.
All right, champ. Appreciate you, and thanks for calling in. We got DSV and Company. Welcome to the champ level. We got Rider of the Storm member for 10 months on that prospect level. Free to chat, Ness. We have 500 plus likes. I did that. Ben did that. Keep it moving. $2. F that, Ness. I want Keith to KO Zoo just cause Shields. Nah, for real, yo. I hope Keith gets a spectacular performance, win or lose. So that Clarissa could get off this weird ass bullshit. Like, you willing to fight Keith and he's at 54, but you ain't fighting Alicia Bumgardner. You know what I mean? But we gonna let that just simmer right there. You know what I mean? She gonna keep ducking Bumgardner and shit. Bordy, $5. This is a good thing. We need that PBC out of boxing. No budget on Showtime. No budget on Amazon Prime. We got H-Town Leo, $5. Al going to pay PBC fighters with Canelo's scraps. That's how much money he's making with Canelo's fight. That's why it don't matter if it's in-house. Exactly. Optimus Prime, $5. The new teammate is Teofimo Sr. Now that you're saying teammate, maybe it might be some shit from the amateurs, bro. Like an amateur coach that helped him get the win. Because he does got 3 wins over Devin. Maybe it's like some amateur coach type shit. Teammate. Strange word to use in boxing. You feel me? But we'll find out soon enough. I think the press conference is in a couple days. We got Spider Rico.
Hey, what's up, guy?
Peace, God.
You really answered me quick today. Hey, you really got it today. Hey, as soon as I turned on the Discord, y'all, he was like, Spider Rico.
That's right, because you're the man.
No, you the man. You the man. I'm calling in.
Everybody, it's Esteban from Oregon with love. It's been a long day, yo. We had a night show. You know, I'm trying to give my energy. The more people that call in, the more our conscience grow. The more our mind expands because we one. It's we and me. We all together on this. That's why we having a 300, sometimes 900 man conversation. So imagine if all y'all call in. Imagine how much we would learn. Cause I'll be listening. I'll listen to y'all. Like if I'm listening to my own self. That's how I view every single one of y'all. You know, everybody's a little part of me. And sometimes I'll be wondering, like, man, what is wrong with y'all? What's wrong with me? No, I'm just like, but I really feel that way. Y'all, I had a gun. I had a close combat training today in gunfighting. You know, I guess when you like fighting, you like different forms of fighting. But I don't like that UFC because that's not honorable. You see, when the man get his back turned in boxing, we respectable. And when the man go down on the ground, we respect the man. Let him get up. Let him turn it back around. But in the UFC, they jump on the man, jump on his back, choke him from behind. If the police do that to you, they going to jail. They be doing things it's not really right. That's why I don't like the UFC. I love boxing. It's honorable. And I'm just calling in to show my energy, y'all. Tomorrow I'm gonna shoot my first gun from in my whole life. I'm gonna shoot my first gun because I'm good with my hands. I don't need no gun. But they gonna pay me money to shoot this gun, so we're gonna do it for the money, like Floyd. All right, y'all. It's S-Bomb from Oregon with love, and I'm gone.
All right. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We got Josh back at us. Counterpunch.
Hey, Ness, I was gonna ask because I'm a member. I'm a member now, so I'm looking through the membership like little section on YouTube. Did you already interview Elijah Flores?
Elijah Flores, no. No.
Okay, is he still scheduled to come onto the show?
Yeah.
All right, bet. And also, I was gonna ask, do you know the prospect on Top Rank? He's a Dominican, Polanco or something.
Yeah, Rohan.
The Yeah, the dude that fought what's his name's brother, Hunter?
Hunter.
Keith Hunter, right? Ain't that his name?
Yeah.
Right? Didn't
Yeah,
didn't,
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
he
yeah.
fight? What's going on with him? That's your Dominican brother. Like
Ooh.
I haven't heard nothing about him since that win.
Yeah, I mean, shit, bro. You know how it is. I gotta ask. I'll ask.
All right, yeah, I was gonna ask that because isn't like the Puerto Rican thing coming up? I mean, I know he's Dominican, but fuck, he's got to get out soon. He's on Top Rank. He's supposed to be fighting. Maybe he's injured or something.
Uh, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find out.
I know I'm late, but that was my prospect of the year last year.
Really?
That was, yeah, that was my prospect of the year last year. He beat Keith Hunter, and he had two other fights last
Caesar
year, if I'm
Francis.
not
That was a
mistaken.
good fight, and he beat Ricardo, who's actually about to fight my boy that I just interviewed, Giovanni Cabrera.
Yeah, and I don't think he's ranked anywhere in the top
But
10
I'm
in
gonna be real, man.
140.
I hate to burst your bubble. Those three names not better than the three names my boy fought, who deserves
Tito
prospect.
Mercado.
You know it. You know it. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. Y'all just keep recommending other prospects of the year just cause, but y'all know who did what.
I mean, yeah, he
But
was
since
cool
you
and all,
remember,
but
don't forget Frank Smith, CEO of Matron, will be on the show Thursday morning show. That's Frank Smith. That's Eddie's right hand man. You feel me? And I'm just going through this. Memo Heredia, he's the strength and conditioning coach of Edgar Berlanga, who fights Saturday. He's scheduled to come on Thursday evening show.
where can I ask Frank Smith a question? I'm not seeing it
Really, it's
on
not
the
there.
members. I'm not seeing it.
Let me
Memo
check.
Herrera right here.
Let me check. Let me
Short,
check.
short, 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 short.
You gotta hit that membership tab. Don't go community. Go straight member. Oh yeah, I see what you're seeing. Cause you do get early access. That's why you're saying short, short.
Yeah, I'm on the membership. I see Schofield right here. You already interviewed Schofield.
Yeah.
And I scrolled through. I didn't see Frank Smith. There goes Giovanni.
Damn, that's crazy. I see Giovanni.
Yo, because I gotta ask Frank Smith this, because
They go.
His
I
Excellency.
see Memo. That's
Yeah, I
Keith.
see him.
They go
I
Elijah
see
right
Elijah.
there.
Yeah, that's why I was asking about Elijah. I was asking, did you already interview him? Because right
Bro,
before him
we
is
ain't interviewed
Elijah
Brian. We ain't
Garcia.
interviewed Brian, but he got stopped. Shout out Cortez. We ain't interviewed Gary Jonas yet. We did Elijah. We did Rico. We did Cepeda. We did Jermaine. Damn, did I not post it? We still ain't do a lean though. We did Coach G.
Yo,
I'm gonna have to
because
post it. Maybe I ain't posted it.
I think your boy Al Haymon got a second network deal, and
He been supposed to have announced that, man. He got me looking bad. Remember, I said that on this show for like a month already. That he got a
yeah, but I
terrestrial
don't think you
deal.
peeped. I think the network is the zone. Like
What you
there ain't
mean?
there ain't no network exclusivity, whatever that word is. Like you ain't exclusive to one network when you with Al Haymon. There ain't no network, Ness.
Oh, so he don't got a network deal is what you're saying.
Well, from the interview that Steven Espinoza did with our good man Ringwalk,
Uh-huh.
Amazon Prime is a distribution, like it's distributing
Yeah, but he also
PBC's
said on Twitter that they
product.
giving him a budget.
Yeah, but nowhere did it say that it was exclusive. Like I've never seen anywhere that PBC is exclusive on Amazon Prime. That's why they were able to get a second network.
Yeah, but that's
So
okay.
the second network,
Yeah,
right,
that's
right.
okay.
So
They
the
only
second
got
network,
14 days. They certainly need a second network.
yeah, but listen to what I'm saying. That's it. Kind of seems like all these people who were getting rumors of, oh, this person can go fight, like they're free to go fight wherever, like they're
But
not
what? But
tied
which
to.
rumor? Tank turned down the offer,
Okay, we can start with Tank.
but he
We know
turned
that,
down the
like,
offer. So that
yeah,
we
but
don't know.
but
Could he
listen, he
really
shouldn't
go?
even. But before when it was like Showtime, and we know that Tank was a Showtime network fighter, he couldn't even like entertain a deal. Like he can entertain a deal because PBC isn't exclusive to
I mean, listen. I
uh
hope you're right.
Prime.
I hope you're right, which
So
means it
so
will
what I'm
lead
what
to
I'm
more
saying is, Ness, is
fights.
that like we're hearing these rumors about Michelle Rivera, right, Elvis, and I mean even with Matias, like Matias even been kind of exposed is that like if you got like your own promoter, because we all know Al Haym's not a promoter, he's an advisor. If you got your own promoter or you don't have a promoter and you're just a Al Heyman advised fighter, right? You're not tied to a network right now because he doesn't have an exclusive deal with any network. There is no network. Prime is the distribution. So if we're gonna start seeing more and more PBC guys uh, pop up on Matchroom promoted shows, they might be promoted by or whatever, but they still could be Al Heyman advised people. From what you told me is that Elvis is a Al Heyman advised fighter freely to fight wherever he can sign a promotional deal with another company. So I think Al Heyman already got his next network deal. It's just there's no announcement to be made. They're just gonna start fighting.
Okay.
I mean that sounds pretty good to me, Ness.
I guess. I guess it don't sound good to me, but I am gonna let you go. But it don't sound good to me to announce another network, but not announce it and just let it be this underground
Yeah, but
thing.
they never announced another network. They kind of said that another network will be coming in. Well, Espinoza said that a network is not happening right now. That we're planning to get one in the future.
Hey
So I
man,
mean, Al Heyman can just have his fighters fight wherever. It ain't
nah,
like Elvis or
which works,
Matias or none of those guys are selling tickets.
which works better. But I don't believe that because if that's the case, they would have taken the 8-figure
It was almost
upside
done.
offer for Tank. But again, thanks for the call, champ. Nes GTO, Instagram and Twitter. We got LJ Wright, $5. Ness. What if it's Shakur Stevenson? What are we talking about? What do you mean? What if it's Shakur? What is Shakur gonna do? Fight who? Canelo? Cause he's American? I'm lost. He gonna bring him up 30 divisions? What in the hell? And we got TDDT. Fat $20 super chat. Canadian drop a bomb for the dub. Salute. Salute. Appreciate you, champ. We got there, everybody. And that's GTO, Instagram and Twitter. To the next one. 9 a.m. tomorrow. Arrivederci. 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Peace.